We can't record this. This is
No, it's how this goes. So, all right.
Wait, we're recording this?
We better
Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody.
That was loud.
Welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of the Burn, Nick, and with me by Zoom, we have the...
Gator.
We have Gator. And then we also have Nick Gervais, owner of My Monthly Cigars and Fahking Good Coffee.
Nicky G.
What's up?
And apparently he's whispering. He's going for the ASMR experience here.
Oh, wait, I'll be right back. I forgot my coffee.
Are you fucking serious? Okay, guys, I'm going to let you behind the curtain here. We are currently...
That wasn't that bad. It was
40
2 feet away.
45 minutes fucking late getting going on this thing. All because Jeff had to, swing by my house and pick up the cigars and then took all this time to get this thing set up.
He showed up in a hazmat suit.
Oh, my God.
I'm here, right?
They both have the sniffles from making out.
Practically. We did not make out.
Just
no.
a smooch.
You could do worse.
No.
You have done
not by much. Not by much. Not by much.
Can't believe you guys still have the sniffles from making out
don't
between your doors in Vegas.
have
and
sniffles
your separator.
for making out.
Good night.
I'm pretty sure I had COVID for the third time.
Yeah, and I'm half worried that you gave it to me because I had just gotten over a head cold, and then literally this morning, I woke up and my sinuses were just fucking clogged.
Sucks to be you, nerd.
So,
no,
you're pulling back the curtain. This is all the crying I've heard so far before we recorded.
It's gonna suck to be you when I freaking kneecap you next time I see you.
Am I going to catch something through the fucking screen here? Am I okay? Am I safe?
I'm sure Fauci...
You might get a computer virus.
I was saying, I'm sure Fauci has issues with it. But anyway, so all right. So we're gonna kick this off. We've got 2 cigars for today, and we're gonna start off. We do. And we're gonna start off with our first one, which is it's our first one for St. Patrick's Day week. We're gonna be smoking the. Ooh, there's a camera. There's a camera. United Cigars, All Saints, St. Patrick Firecracker. It's a 3.5 by 50 short Robusto, featuring a barber pole wrapper, which has a candela leaf from Nicaragua and an Ecuadorian oscuro leaf to provide the contrast in the wrapper there. And then underneath we have a Nicaraguan binder and Nicaraguan filler.
Let me get mine out of the cellophane.
I already got mine out, but I'll get it out again.
Oh, dear God. Both of you, huh?
Can't even hear Jeff's.
I know. Thankfully.
He muted himself.
He doesn't know where the fuck the microphone is. I
think he muted it.
There it is.
He had to borrow AirPods from me, and so he doesn't even know where the fucking microphone is.
Okay. For the listeners, those aren't AirPods.
Okay, I'm sorry, earbuds. I didn't give him my AirPods, but yeah, no, he borrowed.
You had AirPods? I could have used AirPods.
Fuck you! I use the AirPods, and I mean, quite frankly, those are going to have to be sterilized or probably just never taken back by me at this point.
Jeff, those are your new headphones.
Yeah, I don't know if I want something that's been in your ear. So
I've also got his mattress out in my FJ.
Oh, the one from the trash pile there that he slept with the
I did not sleep with a homeless lady. Oh, wait. Fucking trash pile. No. Oh, my air mattress. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I loaned that to you when you slept at your office that one night.
Yeah, Chris and I got in a big fight, and I bailed out of the house, and he loaned me an air mattress that I decided to keep.
It's a super nice air mattress, and I want it back.
It really is. It blows itself up.
It does. It's electric. Doopy doopy doop.
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
Exactly. Anyway, so it's time to go ahead and cut the cigar. And
okay, so hold on.
Oh, for fuck's
sake! How
sake.
do we cut this with the tail?
You cut it normally.
But
then you leave the tail on it while you smoke it.
Well, it's tucked underneath the band, so I mean, it'll stay there.
It's not attached. It's not attached. I'll tell you. So you remember, all the other ones, kind of
they're slightly stuck. Yeah,
this one's not.
Okay.
I've had about 8 of these already.
Okay.
Well, it's tight though.
Yeah, when it's you'll see.
Okay.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine, Jeff. It'll be fine.
That's what all the boomers say. You'll see.
Hey,
Because they know
Nick.
What?
Will you tell everybody about Riverman?
Yeah. The official cut's brought to you by Riverman Cigar Company of Crestwood, Missouri. And Dan the Man Ponder over there at Riverman Cigar Company is gearing up for this Thursday. We're going to be having a big party over there. It's the pre-St. Patrick's Day party on Thursday, the 16th. And that's going to be when we trot out the Aladino Candelas. They have arrived at the shop. And shipments should be already on their way to everyone who called the shop for mail order and whatnot. But so you should be having those in hand for Friday's show. But we've got a big party planned with corned beef and cabbage and green beans and potatoes and beers and cigars. And there's going to be deals on Aladino cigars. And it's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. So if you're in the St. Louis area or thinking about maybe taking a drive, it'd be a nice day for that. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to rain, but even if it does, we've got a big lounge and you can hang out, have some great cigars, and enjoy the party. So that's Riverman Cigar Company, Crestwood, Missouri. And it's time to go ahead and cut the cigar. All right. Oh, okay. Nikki G right on top of that.
Like that with my new shout out to the people at Cohiba for hooking me up. TPE. This thing is beautiful.
Son of a bitch.
I'll be using my lighter as well that I got from them. Another beautiful piece of equipment.
Oh, hold on. I'll be right back.
Oh, for fuck's
Okay, you got to go get your underwear.
Oh my God. Is this really happening?
Yeah. So I have been pulling out not pulling it out, like
you've been
ripping it off.
Pulling out?
All the time. I mean, it's just you have to. Only rookies don't.
I mean, you only screwed up once, I think, but
Yeah, that I'm aware of. So.
Oh my God.
So people always say, how many kids do you have? Like one that I know about.
One that I know of. It's always funny when I meet a lady that actually responds to that question like that. It's like how does that work?
Oh, only one that she knows about.
Exactly. It's like
what a skank.
How does that work?
I don't know. One fell in the toilet.
It's like, yeah, exactly. What? It's like I didn't know I was pregnant.
Hello.
I just thought I had a whole lot of Taco Bell and was feeling really gassy.
The hell are you two talking about?
You're out of your element, Donnie.
Toilet babies.
You're out of toilet babies.
I'm overtired, so I'm gonna be
using my new Vertigo that I got at TPE.
You got Vertigo at TPE?
I did.
Oh, Vertigo.
No, this son of a bitch. This son of a bitch did the interview at the Vertigo booth, and the guy hands him this thing. It's the last thing in the interview, and then when we're done recording, he goes, "Here, you can have that." And Jeff's just like, "Oh, sweet." So the last fucking day of the show, that's when Jeff gets a lighter and a cutter. Because it has both. It has a cutter in the lighter. So
it does. Here, look at this.
The whole rest of the time at TPE, he's bumming a lighter and cutter off of me. And then
the rest of the time?
Yeah.
Nice.
But then on Friday, the last day, he gets a lighter with a cutter built into it. So he's got both.
It's sweet, too.
Anyway.
Well, I already showed you my new SV, which is solid.
Look at this action right here. Look at that.
This Cohiba.
Look at that.
Ooh. I mean,
you see that? Look at that.
I don't even know what this is called. What do I do? Fiber? I don't even know what this is called. I gotta look it up.
Give that a cut there. Oh my!
Who's the cut brought to us by, Nick?
I already went through all that.
Did you do the ad for Dan?
Yes, you son of a bitch! You were there for it.
What about the Aladino
Mobile Studios?
No. Isn't that the JRE Aladino?
JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios.
What about the Candelas? Are those the thing? Are those ever going to come out? Are they being shipped? What's going on?
They're
okay. I didn't know if you talked about it yet.
They're at them.
Oh my God, you guys!
Maybe you should tell people about it.
I did. None of you paid attention. Anyway, cold draw time. Oh my God!
In my defense, I can't see you guys because I can't use my camera the right way.
But you can hear us
because I broke it.
Really, truly, all that matters.
Yeah, but it's weird not seeing you. Like I feel lost.
The real problem is we can see you. So,
hey,
well, we don't want to tell people what we saw earlier. I mean,
Jeff was showing us the truffle shuffle.
Get in
my belly. Anyway, cold draw.
Hey, don't dare me. I'll do it again.
No, hey, I dare you.
Oh,
I will dare.
Oh, Jeebus,
for the viewers.
No. Anyway,
you gotta look at Nick in a kilt. I dare you to do that.
Oh God, do you have any idea how hideous that's going to be?
Oh, you know what? That's just rude, dude. That's really fucking rude.
Rude, dude.
Really rude, dude.
I said it and it rhymed.
Rude.
And as soon as I said it, I was like, I'm gonna catch shit for that. Anyway.
How rude!
But
all of a sudden, he's an Olsen twin.
But seriously, that's really fucking rude. It's like,
remember the countdowns for them when they were turning 18?
Hey,
the whole world is like, wow, we can't wait. What a waste of fucking time.
I'm gonna be at the river all day long. I'll be at the Riverman party in the kilt.
Was it Kid Rock?
Oh my God!
I think it was Kid Rock that went on Saturday Night Live and said, "As long as there's grass on the field, play ball."
Yeah, that was Kid Rock.
I think that was. Yeah, that was horrible.
Can we light the fucking cigar?
I thought you were doing the Riverman ad.
I did it. It's done.
Are we going to do the
It's
cut?
long done. I have cut.
Get this show on the track.
Oh my God! Cold draw, please. Cold draw.
Hey, can we do the one must go?
Guess what, motherfucker?
Barnyard.
That's 3 cigars we smoked and enjoyed this week.
Getting Barnyard. I'm lighting. I'm getting Barnyard. I'm just
so mad.
Fucking done.
I love it. I
knew.
So let me do a cold retro. Hold on.
I knew having Jeff on Zoom was just going to trigger me, but I
was kind of worried about it, but I'm enjoying it. When Jeff came on,
I'm here, baby.
At first, I took a picture. I don't know if that was your thumb or your not thumb or what that was.
You never know.
Yeah, with him, I mean, he may or may not have pants on. We know he has a hoodie on, but we don't know anything beyond that.
It's probably best to keep the mystery.
Ooh.
Yep.
Well, it's a little smokestack right off the bat.
Oh my God, this thing puts off some awesome smoke. So, like I said, I got my 2 boxes when they went on sale, and I got them 2 days later. And I think this is like my 8th one.
I do not have a box
since Wednesday.
I did not buy a box of these. I didn't really have the spare coin at the time. I did, just as a little aside, little update. I did get the Winador, or whatever. I'm using it as a humidor set up today. I finally got that all taken care of. And dude, the Cigar Oasis is pumping, keeping it nice and I
didn't know you bought one of those. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, dude. I got
to give you credit. It looks really nice.
Yeah,
man.
Jeff saw it when he was over, and I got some like lights, the little stick up, LED lights, and they'll change color. So like you can either do white or any color. So I stuck 3 of them on the top of the inside, so they shoot down at the box. But I just loaded all my boxes of cigars into it. And first of all, I found out I have a lot more boxes than I thought I did. And second of all, I found some pretty cool shit. Like I still have 2/3 of a box of the original run of the Perdomo Firecrackers, and I have a whole box of the Wise Man Firecrackers.
That's the one I don't have. I have a full box of the Perdomo left, because normally what I do is when these come out, I buy 2.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and then I smoke 1. I usually, actually, before this, I didn't do it with this one. I usually buy 2 and then like 4 singles or something like that, 4 or 5 singles.
Okay.
And then just to kind of have, and then I'll open 1 box, smoke that. And I have an unsealed, a sealed, Perdomo box. I got a sealed Bandolero.
I only have a single Bandolero that I think came in the show pack.
The Firecracker one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember that.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
But you know what?
See ya.
Good God.
I need bourbon.
Then go. Just go. So, but you know what I do have, Nick? I have something special. I have something I'm not supposed to probably have. I have a sample of the EP Carrillo one.
Is that known yet?
Yeah, that's known.
Did they? I don't remember if they said that. Okay, yeah, I knew you had that. I knew you had that when you first got it.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know what it was.
Got that up from Dave.
See, I could keep a secret.
I know.
I didn't say a word to anybody. You told me.
Good credit. Yeah. Credit. You're right. You're right. But
did you tell Jeff
that I have one?
Yeah, before it was known?
Probably not.
Yeah, I probably would have been blasted.
Yeah, I would say, let's be real. He'd be like, you got the one cigar?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
He's going to get bourbon, huh?
I don't know what he's doing. You know what? He's the most unprepared motherfucker on earth. I mean, it's like
he drove to your house.
We're only an hour behind schedule already.
I mean, you telling me there's not one set of headphones in his house whatsoever?
Oh, I'm sure his daughter's probably hoarded all of them. That's probably why he doesn't.
They're in the house.
It's probably why he doesn't think that he has any. But I'm sure his daughter's hoarded all of them, and he's just too afraid to ask her. And in all fairness, she's very mean, so I can understand being afraid to ask her.
I like her. I met her. I thought she was funny shit, but probably just in doses, so I get it. Exactly. But hey, I don't know. I don't have to live with her.
Hey, Jeff can be fun in doses.
Yeah, can he?
Yeah, I mean, small doses.
I mean, right now, where the hell is he?
He's taking his sweet fucking time. So, okay, so
do you think he's gonna stop and watch an Office episode?
Yeah,
he's
gonna get sucked into. Or Kristen's gonna ask him to do something, and he's gonna go off and have to do somehow, man chores. Oh look,
oh, no, where'd he go?
Lord only knows at this point. Like,
no.
I swear to God, this is such a shit.
Think his
show.
phone died? No, there's no way his phone died. He wouldn't still be there.
It's highly possible with him. I mean, let's be real. When he left my place, I told him we were doing this by Zoom. I'm like, you're going to have to plug these headphones into your phone. And he's like, oh, shit, I'm at 6%. So,
oh, God.
So, Lord 6%. Lord only
Zoom
knows.
Takes 6% in 5 minutes.
I know. I mean, as it is, I've got my iPad plugged in so that it can be charging as we do it. But no, it's just anyway. So let's talk let's talk TPE because that's
sure.
why we're here. Is the parishioners were clamoring for your side of the TPE story. Now,
well, what was that all about? Why? I don't know. What am I going to do?
Well, it's I think they thought that we were holding back, and we really didn't hold anything back. I mean, it wasn't anything stupid. But
did you?
Anyway, so
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So. You got into Vegas later than us. We got to Vegas Tuesday morning. It was probably about 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock at the latest that we were in Vegas. You, on the other hand, got in that evening.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, I'm back.
We can't see it, Jeff.
Cheers.
We can't see you, Jeff.
We can't see you.
Why can't you see me?
I don't know.
The screen's black.
The screen's black, and... Well, now it's the ceiling. Or no, it's the wall. We're looking at the wall.
Window.
Oh, the alert was up.
What alert?
His life alert.
That
he's fallen and he can't get up.
It was the alert that he was recording. Here you go. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, salud.
It's a lot of ice.
A little bourbon.
That. It's not a little bourbon. That's a lot of bourbon, and it's a lot of ice in that too.
It was a heavy pour.
That's
cool.
Anyway, all right.
So Jeff, we were talking about TPE. Apparently, that's what we're going to talk about.
Wait, did we do the cut yet?
For fuck's sake, Egbert! No, no. So here's the deal. I had asked Nick about coming into town, and I said we were there in the morning. He got in there in the evening.
Yes,
and that's where we're at.
Have you talked about his flight?
No, we haven't talked about anything yet. So that's where we're headed.
Okay.
So yeah, I got in. I didn't get to the hotel. I checked in probably like quarter after midnight Vegas times, which is like 3 o'clock in the morning East Coast time. I left at my flight was supposed to leave at 6:30 East Coast time, and it got delayed and delayed and delayed. We ended up leaving like probably around 8:30. 9 o'clock.
You had a really bad windstorm going on Tuesday.
So it was awful. And I remember I asked you that during the day. I said, how's the wind there? You're like, I don't know. We're inside.
We were inside. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Thanks for the tip.
Sorry.
Because I saw there was going to be like a wind advisory for like a few days before.
There was a sandstorm.
Yeah, it was crazy. So everything was fine until we get close to Vegas. And it's been, I mean, I've flown a ton. That was the worst turbulence I have ever been experienced on a flight. It was awful, up and down. Like we were fishtailing left and right. We were definitely hitting those winds, 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts. And you get the captain that comes on trying to act like he's calm. He's shitting his pants because it's just so bad. It's like, we're gonna need a little bit of turbulence, so just make sure your seatbelt is buckled and puke bags are in front. It's like, okay.
Then he thinks
he hangs up and screams.
I was gonna say, he thinks he hung up and he was like, Jesus, John, can you believe these people are buying this shit? We are flying blind up here.
Oh my God, I'm gonna call my wife. We're going down.
Our Father who art in heaven.
So it was so bad that they didn't say anything, but I knew we were circling to land for probably a good extra 35, 40 minutes.
Well, you can just tell when you're circling like that, yeah.
Oh yeah, because we were just we're cruising, and then all of a sudden it was like, okay, we're going backwards now. And then no lie, I've been saying to everybody, no less than 5 people were throwing up on that flight.
Oh,
I've
my
never
God.
heard people puke on. All of a sudden you just hear, and I'm like, God, if I hear one more person, I'm gonna need a bag.
And the problem is, all it takes is one. All it takes is one person doing it, and then everybody hears it, and it just goes to hell. Yeah.
If I had to burp, I was screwed. I was done.
We're getting a nice video tour of Jeff's garage here. Because,
Has he got a Jaguar box?
I don't know. This is...
That's what I'm using to prop my camera.
What are you doing? And now he has no video feed again.
Hold on.
He's here. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We could have done this show just you and me, Nick.
We could have been done by now.
I know, right? Okay.
So it wouldn't have been that fun.
You're circling and circling.
Circling, and
12% battery.
You're good. People puking.
Did you just fucking say you're a 12% battery?
Yeah.
Well, all right.
So I had to plug in and take out the earbuds.
They're not earbuds, but okay.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we get down and we're circling and finally we're coming in. I'm like, there were times where I looked out the window. I didn't know if we were 25,000 feet in the air or 5 feet off the ground. Because the way the weather was, it looked like the lights were bouncing off of the clouds and because it was raining too up there. Or it was the moisture, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was wild. So I was like, oh, we're landing. It was like, and then all of a sudden again, it was like, it's like, okay, no, we're spinning around. We're going to Arizona now. And so we finally get down. We land. Now I'm in the front of the plane, first row. All of a sudden, just boom, we hit. I thought the fucking front wheel came up through the plane. It hit so hard. I was like, I've never hit that hard. Coming down, swerving. Soon as we hit the whole plane, the entire plane started clapping, except for the 3 to 5 people who were still puking. They're like, blah, blah. And bags splattering everywhere.
Oh God!
Then they were like, then it got even worse because they were not even worse, but they're like, folks, if we have a lot of people on the plane that have a connecting flight, I'm like, there's nobody making a connecting flight right now.
We're fucking
anywhere.
We're fucking done. Yeah.
So they're like, if you just let them go ahead of you, I go, nope, not happening. Luckily, I was in the front row, so I get out. I'm walking up the tarmac. I turn around. Nobody's ghost town. Nobody's behind me. So I must have got it was me and 3 other people got out, and they must have stopped everybody else after that to let the people supposedly get their connecting flight that they weren't getting. And I was like, all right, cool. So, because I was at the baggage claim, with 5 people, nobody was there. So, all right, but yeah, that was a nasty flight. And then I got picked up, and then my car service, because it was late.
The car service,
my hoity-toity car service, because the flight kept getting delayed. I kept getting messages like, hey, we're here. And then it's like, all right, we're sending another driver because this guy has to leave and come back. I had 3 different drivers that night.
Nice.
And they finally got me. And guy gave me a beer in the car. I was like, I could use one for sure. And
so I have to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did they make you pay extra for that?
Or
was that included?
For what, the beer?
No.
For the multiple drivers.
No, God, no. No, I've used this service now probably 3 or 4 times, and I'll use it every time I go. It's so much easier and better than it's going to cost you a little bit more than the ride share, the Ubers, and all that stuff. But for me, the time, I pay for time, inconvenience.
And it wasn't your fault that you were running so far behind.
No, they were great about it. They were obviously sticking to their end of the bargain. We're going to pick you up, and so because guy called and I called the guy and he's like, yeah, I'm not picking you up. Someone else is on their way. It's like, all right, that's fine. Just meet me out there. And they showed up. Not a problem. But after that, hotel. And it was probably about, like I said, quarter after midnight that I got there, checked in, relaxed for a little bit, went down, had a couple drinks, played a little bit, and went to bed and got ready for the show the next day.
There we go. And then Wednesday, we met up with you at the show.
Yep.
We did. Yeah. You guys were hard at work.
We were, actually. No, actually,
you know what? That day
we
you
were. We as soon as we got to the show on Wednesday, we started doing interviews. And we didn't get nearly as many accomplished as I would hope because that first day, it really is just saying hi to people. It's like you're seeing folks and you're like, oh, hi, and you're playing catch up. So now you're at a booth for half an hour when you would just be there 5 minutes, But
right, yeah. I mean, I walked in and kind of, you guys know how it go. Walking in and I got my credentials, which is bullshit that they didn't give my credentials.
We tried to get your credentials on Tuesday for you, but they were like, you need his ID. He needs to be here. And it's like, well, okay.
I talked to 5 other people. They were like, that's weird. That's never happened. I was like, well, it must be me. A lot of people wanting to be me, I guess.
We had people that were there. We had witnesses. Yeah. I mean, there were witnesses.
No, I'm sure. No,
yeah.
I'm not saying you guys are lying.
No, I mean, because it would have.
We did try to get it.
No, I know you did, but I'm saying everybody's like, that's weird because even the year before, didn't I get you guys?
Yeah,
the year before, right? Yeah. And I didn't have your license, so whatever. It wasn't a big deal because then you just go up. They made it pretty easy when you checked in. They had a bunch of registration spots for it, and just type in your info and you're good to go. So,
what's funny is Jeff tried to switch his name to Gator on his name tag, and they wouldn't let him.
I did. They did the first year they let me.
Yeah, but they didn't this year.
Cracking down this year.
I know. So anyway, thoughts on the show?
I got accomplished what I wanted to in the 2 days because I didn't stay for Friday again.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Again, I like to get to see everybody again. It's a good spot because everybody seems to be in a great mood. Because they're all making money.
Exactly.
Even though they're busy and they're exhausted, because it's Vegas and they're flying in and they're not getting any sleep and they're working. It was really good to see everybody and kind of catch up. I think the first person I saw when I got in was Trey Max. So I sat and talked to him for a little bit.
Aladino had a really good booth placement.
It was awesome. It was a perfect spot.
We were right there.
Perfect spot. Yeah, and right across from even the United and Mickey and all those guys. So it was a really good spot.
Speaking of which, thoughts on the St. Patrick's Firecracker here?
Sucks.
It's got some hope to it.
Mickey said that it's the strongest one that All Saints has put out.
Yeah, it's a strong cigar.
Mm-hmm. You guys retro?
Oh, God, no.
There you go. Oh, there he is.
Oh, woo. Oh, that I can breathe through my nose again.
God, Jeff just
cleared the sinuses there for a second.
Stings.
Oh, that's strong.
I'm not, and this might be the COVID talking. I'm not getting the. I don't have COVID. At least I better not have COVID, or else I'm killing you, Egbert. I'm not getting.
I'm pretty sure I did. So
you son of a bitch.
My aunt's like, "Are you going to test for it?" And I said, "Why?" I said, "I've had it twice before." And she goes, "You're not worried? What, how are you going to take care of it?" I said, "I'm going to sleep like I did before and get up and get back to life."
I'm going to go to Top Shooters on fucking Thursday and record with Nick. Like, it's no big fucking deal, whatever.
In my defense,
all over his microphone.
I wasn't feeling bad then. It wasn't until I got home that it hit me. And it hit me hard.
Great. So it was COVID. All right. Anyway. Oh, great.
Yeah.
So now oh, you son of a bitch. With everything I did over the weekend. Ah, fuck.
Super spreader.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. This could be fun. Anyway,
I don't know that I had COVID.
Anyway,
it's
But I got a
okay.
test today,
What I was-
but I'm not going.
what I was gonna
It's okay to get sick and not have COVID. It's all right. It happens. Like we still get colds
I know.
and head colds.
Yeah,
I know. I just got over one. That's the sad part.
Okay.
So,
Although I'm having trouble tasting things.
I
Are we ever going to do the cut?
was about to say that I'm not getting a taste of grassiness from the Candela. That I'm not getting that typical Candela
Oh,
kind
God,
of
Nick.
grassiness.
Oh,
I'm
no.
getting a ton of it. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn it,
That's right.
Gervais! Don't fuck with me like that.
Yeah, like that's all I taste is grass.
No, there's spice to it. You know.
Oh, there's a lot of kick to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mickey's not lying. This is like I said, I've been plowing through these. I sent a few to Luke as well for review.
Yeah.
God, I love Luke.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
What a good cat.
Yeah. So I hooked him up with a couple. And when he was practically begging for one, he was like, I wish I had one of those. When I posted a picture,
Hey, you.
I'm like, I get it.
Hey, I like the.
Sorry,
Candela.
sorry, you don't have any.
I like the Candela Firecracker there, eh? Yeah, sorry.
He's-
Sorry, I can't get one. Eh?
So-
You know?
Sorry.
He sent me a message, I think today. He's like, "Oh man, it's fucking snowing up here." And I was like, "Sorry." I wrote back, "Sorry,
sorry.
sorry,
Sorry.
sorry." Yeah,
Oh my
snowing
god.
hard.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's good smoke. I like it. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Hey, Luke,
Oh my god.
if you don't want snow, don't live in Canada.
Well, thanks for that insight, Jeff. So, moving on, we
You gotta play the more you know.
yeah.
They kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah,
Uh,
and Terrence and Phillip. Hey, buddy.
hey, what up, guy?
Fuck you.
Floppy head. He didn't have a floppy head when I met him. I thought that was
No, that was so
it was really disappointing. I thought he was gonna have that like unhinged jaw, just floppy head, just like, "Hey, buddy, what up, guy?" You know? Yeah,
Hey, guy.
a little disappointed.
Oh, that's great.
It's not friend.
Love TMP, the best.
Anyway,
So yeah, the cigar's good. I'm enjoying them a lot.
So any fun Vegas stories that you know we like? Anyway,
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Giggle fit.
Anyway, so like anything that took place like maybe after without us, you know, the
Giggle fit.
the Nick Gervais experience. Because like last year you hung out with Mickey Peg for quite a while after the industry party.
After the party, yeah,
You
we
know.
spent the rest of the night there. No, I spent. I was there. I stayed after the after party this time as well at Sahara. You guys took off.
Yes.
To giggle somewhere,
But ended up meeting up with. We ended up meeting up with. Was his name Pete, Jeff? I think it's Pete Hernandez. With Aladino.
Keith Hernandez?
No, Pete.
Oh.
Pete. With Aladino.
He's the Florida rep, right?
Yeah. We ended up meeting up with him while walking back to our room. We ended up sitting outside.
He owes me a cigar.
We ended up sitting outside the fucking gelato place in the Sahara for like over an hour, just talking about all kinds of random shit. And like all these people are coming up and saying hi to him and everything, and we're just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, it was an interesting night.
Yeah. No, nothing crazy for me. I was at the bar for a while. A few people hanging out there. I saw Dan from over at United. I saw who else? It was a bunch of like stragglers. It wasn't really much of a huge after party. I mean, after you guys were there for a little bit, and then
so you know what I've kind of come to realize.
Then I left.
Is that the after party? I think is for the blue carpet people. Or I'm sorry, not the after party. The industry party. I think the industry party is more for the blue carpet people. I mean, aside from maybe a couple of folks, I don't really see that many cigar people at the industry party.
Well, I don't blame them in a way either. Those guys are freaking exhausted. They gotta be dead.
Oh, I would think so.
You know what I mean? They do so many events, so much, and they're there all day, glad handing and you know.
Well,
chatting it up and doing orders and talking to guys like you guys, interviews, you know what I mean? Like, not that it's a bad thing, but that's exhausting. And to be on all the time, that's exhausting.
I want to jump in here, and I know you guys can't hear me as well because I had to take
We already did the cut. We already did the cut.
Oh, okay, so that's done.
Yeah,
Is that still brought to us by Dan the Man Ponder?
I believe so.
Riverman?
I believe so. Yeah.
The you were talking about people at the party, and still don't know if I told the story a couple of weeks ago that I was sitting on those wet cushions, and somebody came up and kind of gave me the bro hug, the handshake and the lean and hug. And when I leaned forward, water was squirting out the front of my cushion, and I'm sure it felt like I was peeing on him.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if it was Mickey Pegg or Jack Tarano. But it was one of the two of them that my cushion peed on, and I'm like, oh, God.
If it was either one of them and they didn't say anything, it's because they didn't see it. If they saw it, they would have given you shit.
I was afraid they were going to feel it. They're going to think my bladder was an icebox, though, because it was the water coming out of there basically froze as it came out of the cushion.
Yeah, I remember walking up and Jeff's just sitting there. You're sitting there by yourself, and you didn't even give a shit. It's just like,
yeah,
my ass is soaked right now.
Yeah, Trey Mac and I, we were like, fuck this, we're going inside for a drink. And I was honestly kind of hoping I'd be able to find a chair. That was a lost cause right from the start. I know. Yeah.
Did you find anything amusing?
Maybe. But
dancers were fun.
Okay, all right.
Oh yeah.
They were dudes, right?
Come on. There was one dude.
There were two dudes. There were two dudes, two females, and one questionable.
He had it. So that was the fun. That was funny. that was good.
That was good. Trying to convince Jeff that it was a bunch of trannies dancing all over the place. That was amusing.
Jeff,
and you're just like studying it. So. Like you were like, I don't know.
At one point, I was like, the dancers.
I was like, bullshit. And I walked around and I literally walked up to the dancer and I looked up and I came back. I was like, no, that's a chick. But it was funny because it was Trey Mac. Trey Mac's like, that's a dude. I go, no, it's not a dude.
I got to take my wick. I got to take my wick off. I was trying to burn it down.
I've already debanded.
I was trying to burn it down with the cigar, but when I took the bands off, it's just too loose. So. Anyway.
Yeah, and Trey Mac's like, I think one of those is a dude. I'm like, no way, that's not a dude. Like, look at her, it's not a dude. He turns to me deadpan and just says, "Dude, it's 2023." I was like, all right, that's fair, but still not a dude.
He was playing a mind game on Jeff, and it was working really hard, and it was great.
No,
that was.
I knew they were girls.
Although, you know what? No, you want to know what happened, Nick? We asked him point blank, and he's like, "Look, it's Jeff," and he said flat out, "It's a chick to me until she whips it out."
I think I remember him saying that. Yeah.
He basically was like, "Until she whips it out, that's a chick." And then he had those 3 cigars from Drew Estate that were like packaged together in the black paper. And he's like holding that up like a phone, like he's recording the one chick. And she's like playing it up for the fucking phone. And it's really just him holding up cigars at her.
I didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah.
I already got my phone in the room, so I was recording with my pack of cigars.
The party... you made a good point, I think, on a previous show. Like, you feel like you missed out on something else. Like, you could have gone to Monte Cristo Lounge or something. And I tend to agree a little bit because, again, we're at the show all day.
Yep.
We're able to cruise around and see these people. To be honest, listen, we had to scream at the top of our lungs to hear each other at the party, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm an old man now, and you guys are you're getting there, and Jeff is already there, so it's like not easy.
Fuck you.
No,
Jeff's so old, he's peeing his pants at a party.
And I'm sorry, but after a long day,
it was so cold.
And after a long day at the show,
lucky it didn't freeze.
After a long day at the show, the last thing in the world I want to do is stand up for another like 3 hours or whatever. You know, it's like
you got to get there at like 5 o'clock to sit down in a booth or something.
And
those people grab those.
And I'm just like, fuck, I just want to sit down, chill out, have a cigar, have a drink, and just relax. And that was
my God,
not the
that
place
meat
to do
was
it.
Good though.
Fuck you, Jeff. Yeah, we've covered.
I didn't even eat.
You missed.
I didn't eat at the party.
Yeah,
I didn't eat at the party.
Dude, they were cutting up tomahawk steaks. It was awesome.
I know. You guys kept talking about it. I was just honestly, and that's the other thing. Like, okay, there's not a lot of people there, like cigar wise, like you said. Yeah. I mean, there was. No, don't get me wrong. There was a lot.
It's the blue carpet party.
Yeah, I could see that. But they had the upper level, right? Like basically, right? Wasn't that all? I think all those cabanas at the top, because I walked around once, and I feel like all those cabanas were all sponsored by all of like the blue carpet companies.
Probably.
So,
we need a cabana for next year, Nick.
That would be pretty cool. The pulpit cabana.
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool.
You can foot the bill for that, then, Jeff.
Couple grand.
I wonder how much they are.
I'm sure they're expensive.
But
anyway.
But I agree. I think, is the after party, industry party necessary? No. Is it a good time? Absolutely. But it's almost like now, all right, 2 years in a row of doing it.
Yeah.
Is there anything new?
No.
No. The band is awesome.
The band is awesome, but it's the same band as the last 2 years now.
Yeah.
I
mean, but they're really good.
They
open bar is great and all that. In reality, though, you get to see. Say you walk in and you like I talked to for like a minute or two because he was with a bunch of friends. I'm not going to bother him, like Jeff Amendola. So I'm there, hung out, a couple minutes, chatted, left him alone. Like I'm not going to sit there. It's not a place to shoot the shit with people. That's what you do all day long at the show.
Monte Cristo Lounge, Davidoff Lounge, Casa Fuente, somewhere else would have been probably the play.
Even the 8 Lounge or something like that at Resorts World.
All right, so here's my only hang up on the 8 Lounge is 2 years in a row I haven't gone to it when I've been out there for this. And I don't miss it.
Nice.
I'm sure it's gorgeous, but fuck, dude, I have heard nothing about except how much it costs to do it. That it's just so expensive.
Yeah.
I mean
it's expensive everywhere.
It's Vegas, it's expensive everywhere, but come on, like,
it is a little higher end.
It sounds really pricey for me, and I'm just like, I just don't know if I feel like that.
Yeah, when I was there, I went there. What night did I go there? A couple years ago, 2 years ago. The last TPE. I was there for one night.
Didn't you go there with Mickey?
I think it was the first day I was there. No, because after the party we were gonna do that, and then all of a sudden he's like, I gotta go to bed, and then. He tried to clock himself out. He's like, I'm done. Yeah. I'm like, cool. I'll see you tomorrow. I saw him the next day and he's like, I got in, walked into the hotel. First person I see, Nish Patel. And he's like, I was back up at the lounge and I was in bed at like 4. Like, oh, Jesus. He's like, I couldn't say no because Nish grabbed him. He's like, let's get a cigar.
Well, and from what I've heard about Nish Patel, if he's drinking, you're going drink for drink, shot for shot with him, and that's not an easy task.
Well, we saw him at the 2 Guys party. I think he had a different drink every time I saw him.
There
like
you
a different
go.
Glass, everything. So it's kind of funny.
That's what I've been told about the guy.
But, but yeah, so no, I went to 8 Lounge last year, and I just went in myself. I think I was there. I think it was the Tuesday I went in because I got in early on Tuesday, and I was like, I got to check that place out. I ended up going there, and I hung out for a while. Just kind of shot the shit with some people and met some new people. Well, I know
it wasn't
there.
Thursday
it was
last
super
year.
Nice.
Thursday's when we went to Ruth Chris.
Dinner, right. Yeah.
So, like...
And, yeah, so I did that. I'm pretty sure I did that Tuesday night.
Okay.
And it was just me, and I was only there for a couple hours. I think I did probably 2 or 3 cigars. Probably 3 or 4 drinks, and it was just a couple $100.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that you by yourself dropped a couple $100 on a couple of cigars and 3 or 4 drinks is just like,
well, it was probably more than 3 or 4 drinks, but it's still, that tip, all that it does get pricey. I mean, look, I did it. I say went there, done. And Resorts World, I wanted to see it. It's brand new. It was nice. I liked it.
And TPE did partner with Resorts World as well, aside from Sahara. So, room rates were cheap there. I wanted to stay at Sahara so that we'd be on the monorail line. That worked out really, really well.
Like a star.
But, Resorts World, I mean, that would have been an alternate location for that.
So that's the other one, right? Yeah, that they partner with. Yeah. And that is on the boring, the Elon Musk tunnel that goes right to the
That's right.
convention center.
Did you take that?
No, I wanted to. I talked about it. I wanted to do it just to do it.
Somebody did.
It's
I
like
can't remember who it was.
a ride. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, somebody did, but they said that basically they were like, I think the monorail would have been quicker, or Uber would have been quicker. Yeah. Because
it's like a direct tunnel on the ground.
But when you get down there, when you get to the convention center, it's like one car at a time kind of thing. So you get there and then you're in this like traffic, and I think you get out of the tunnel and you go up on ground level at that point.
Yeah.
So then you're in all the traffic with everybody else, getting dropped off.
It goes right to
picked up.
Oh, the traffic in front of the hotel.
Yeah. At the center,
at the hotel,
at the convention center, not necessarily the hotel, but yeah. So,
I had the monorail pass this year too. No, that's I got the 4-day pass. That was key.
Oh yeah.
It's always helpful. It was so freaking cold.
It was.
So like waiting for the monorail, even though they come every 9 minutes.
Dude, it was warmer here in St. Louis than it was in Vegas.
Yeah, it was 75 back here at home.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, geez, what am I missing here?
Yeah, I know.
But
it's like we're missing good weather.
The good weather, and could have saved money. But yeah, no, it's the monorail's key. The only thing, and I actually found a shorter way this year than what I was doing last year to go to it from my hotel.
Oh, that's good.
Because when I walked around, so I had a shortcut, so it was only like a 7-minute walk, which is not bad.
That's not bad.
So yeah, so the monorail was key. But overall, I thought the show was good. We got to see a lot of people. I got to try a couple new cigars. I talked to a lot of brand owners, manufacturers, told them, a couple plans I had coming up and, for the next year. And they all seem to really take to it, really like the idea because it hasn't been done. And they like the fact of the exposure that they would get. And combined with you guys, and it just, we work together. The three of us work pretty well together when we were talking to people. It was great.
For sure.
Guys like Terrence Riley is awesome. I always love seeing him.
Yeah.
He's great. And did you guys, I did see, I almost took the screenshot to send to the parishioners group, my little cameo in your Terrence Riley interview. Toss that in there. I don't know if anybody saw that. Go back and watch that. I poked my head in there.
I need to get the individual videos put together and uploaded, to be honest. I still haven't had time to do that. It's been like a roller coaster since I've gotten back. And
just COVID. And
I was saying between getting a head cold and then COVID again, it's just like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
3 weekends.
The Grindr app is blowing up. It's just crazy.
3 weekends in a row with my kid and everything. It's just like, wow.
Oh my God. That's terrible, isn't it?
No, not in the least. I'm just saying it's a lot of time, so.
But it does cut down on your smoking.
It does. Sure. It does. So.
Sure.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm nearing the end of this Firecracker here. How's everybody else?
I'm getting close.
I just put mine down.
Okay. A couple retros again. I mean, I've been retroing throughout, but
hold on, I'll do a retro.
The very end, you get a nice bomb. Yeah.
Oh, thoughts on it though?
I loved it. I think it's great. It's a smokestack.
It is.
Woo, that's harsh. Woo, that is strong.
It's definitely a firecracker. It fits the bill.
Wow.
For sure. Did a nice job. It's the St. Francis. This is the St. Francis.
No, it is the same.
Just spiked up.
Spiked up and then added the candela into it, which, to be honest, I really kind of like the mix of the two. Like, I mean...
It's an interesting mix, yeah.
Mickey ought to consider this as a St. Patrick's Day regular kind of thing, I know he's not into the special stuff and whatever. He's more concentrated on the core line, which I think is great. I think too many brands get hung up on limited edition and all that kind of stuff and everything. And I think it's great that Mickey's looking at it and just like concentrating on the core line. But I think as a St. Patrick's Day treat every year, he ought to consider throwing something like this out.
Sure. Well, he said he did them all, and he's like, I don't even have any. United has them all.
I know.
And Dave just
the only reason
Dave and Oliver just like, well, we'll take them.
The only reason we have these is because Oliver slipped them to us. So yeah. But
yeah, and he's another guy that's seeing there. It's great. He comes up. He's like, "How you fucking doing?" Man? It's like So it's just good to see guys like that, Terrence and Trey and Justo, and
that's why
Justo made my. Yeah.
That's why I love the shows. That's just why I love the
Yeah.
shows.
It's a benefit. That's a benefit
Yeah,
for that.
to
in
be
the
honest,
community.
you know, going around doing all the work and everything, it is work, and it's like it'd be so much more fun just to kind of go around and BS with everybody the whole time and not have to have anything on your agenda. But you know,
sure, yeah. I mean, look, it's I don't have to do the interviews like you guys did, and which is kind of frees me up a little bit. But we had a good time sitting at that was the H Upman table there for a while.
Yeah, that was a good time
watching the barber
on Thursday, and
well,
because
broke his neck a few times.
Dude, Thursday was such a busy day for sales for everybody. You know,
Thursday was
everybody.
It was hard. Yeah, it was hard to do interviews Thursday.
Everybody's booth was super busy on Thursday.
How was Friday? See, I haven't been to Friday the last two, and I think
Friday was pretty dead. Friday was a good day to go around, chat with some people, get some samples because everybody was packing up stuff and didn't want to ship it back and whatnot.
Sure.
So Friday was a good day for that. Thursday.
I think next year I'm going to do a Friday.
You should do Friday. Friday's a good day to kind of go around and mop up. It's a good time.
Yeah, I kind of thought about like going in Wednesday morning, and I just, it's a long, long day.
Yeah.
Going Wednesday morning, then get to the show, and then the party and all
Wednesday,
that shit.
Wednesday, the show doesn't start until noon. So, I mean,
sure, it's
that's
still a long-ass day.
It is a long-ass day, but, like, theoretically, like, I was toying with the idea of, like, man, maybe we fly in on Wednesday morning instead of Tuesday morning, and all that. But I really like getting everything secured and settled and whatnot.
100%.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
That's what I wanted to do on Tuesday. The first year I went, I got there kind of same as you guys. I was there early in the morning. I was probably there at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, got my shit done, went over to Sahara, got my credential stuff, sat there, met a few people at the
I had a good time.
Kaz bar.
Yeah, I had a good time Tuesday just chilling out at the Kaz bar and just, hanging out and not doing much of anything. So
yeah, that was nice.
So
I'm back on mic, by the way.
Obviously.
There you are.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So yeah, and the Sahara's already offered me. I stayed and played a little bit.
Yeah.
Wednesday night after the party.
Yeah.
I've already got comped offers. They already want me back. They're like, hey, it's 3 nights. Come on down. I'm like, he's serious.
I got the same offer.
Yeah. I mean, all I could do is get a card and they're going to give you the offers.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't do that. So I didn't get the offers.
All I got to do is sign up for a card. They're so desperate to get people there.
I did next to no gambling. I mean, next to no gambling. I
should have done none.
I played a little bit of slots Thursday night after we had dinner. But by and large, I did like no gambling. So
dinner. I don't know if I'd call
that dinner. I literally got my ass handed to me the first night.
Well, that's a lot of ass, dude. So
I don't know if that was. I don't know if I can classify that as a dinner.
It was a feedback. I mean, we tied on a feedback.
Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome. Yeah. I think I had meat sweats before I started eating, just from looking around. And then I got the seafood sweats looking at Jeff walk over with his plates.
You and I both come back with our single plate on the first round. And then here comes Jeff double fisting plates. One just mounted over with crab legs and shrimp. The other just piled high with sushi. And it's like, well, all right then. Jeff is going full bore.
I lost it twice when I saw it. First time I saw him walking over, he's got 2 plates like this, like balancing like a goddamn, circus seal. And he's walking past everybody with a big smirk on his face, like I'm gonna fucking kill this plate. And then sits down. I wanted to take a picture and I just completely forgot. I think because I was too busy eating. God. I looked over. I said, "Oh my God, your plate!" Like he just destruction of those crab legs.
Oh, it was just crack, and just every little bit he could get.
I'm like, that plate looks worse than turkey, and it was too soon to make that joke. I mean, it was.
Oh my God!
I've never seen anybody annihilate a mountain like that, and it was awesome.
I only got a thimble full of meat out of all of those. I mean, there was hardly anything there. That's
the screwed up part. Is like you have this mount, like you could see like right here, like it's all crab legs up to your chin, and then when it was done, you're just soaked in juices, and the pile of crab legs is there. You're just sucking them out. I mean, it was a scene, man.
Soaked in juice.
Hey,
sea juice.
I was not an amateur that day.
I mean, they put us in the right spot too, like away from the regular people.
And right by the bathroom, which was really convenient.
At the end of the night, sure.
Yeah.
That was a trip and a half too.
Yeah.
Because I came out, you weren't going to go. So I came back out and told you how like you get your own room.
Well, yeah, you told me that the stall doors were basically a full door and that it was like an isolated
It was
room.
a room.
And I was like, well, fuck, if I got my own room for a shitter, then I'm going to go ahead and use it. And then I go in there and like both of them are in occupado mode. And then the freaking like Liberace, like, what's the word? Impersonator group comes in. I've got like four
I don't
fucking,
know what was going on there.
Four fucking Italian guys dressed in the Technicolor dream coat, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on here? It was really random. But
I'm glad those bathrooms were there though, because I wouldn't have made it back to my hotel.
Then I ran out of toilet paper and had to use the paper like seat cover things. Because like that's all that were in there. I was happy those were there, but
the only downside to that
very scratchy
being like those rooms like that is I don't feel like there's any ventilation in there.
Oh, dude, it was hot as fuck in that room. Like I was like sitting there, I'm like,
it was like a porta potty.
It was just really marinating. No, it was it was not a pleasant.
Seeps into your clothes.
It was not pleasant.
Come out of the buffet, everybody's like, "Ooh, this food's bad." No, it was this guy. Miller. That was good. Yeah, that was good. But yeah, I crashed. I'm very proud of myself because, like I said, I usually when I'm in Vegas, I'm up all night and then I fly out the next morning, no sleep whatsoever. I look like the biggest piece of shit on the plane. And I went home, packed up, and I gambled a little bit, and then I went to bed and hopped into bed, watched some TV, and it just passed out early. It was great. I felt awesome the next day. So
I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to light up my Cohiba.
Well, you can wait a minute. Wait.
I could.
There's a sequence to this, Jeff. First, before we do that, let's do this.
Check your show notes, goddamn.
We all need to live united, but one must go. Brought to you by United Cigars, makers of La Giana Havana, Abuelo, Red Anchor, Firecracker, and of course, United Cigars. Distributors of Jose Dominguez, Garofalo, Montosa, and Terra Nova, and the highly acclaimed Atabey, Byron, and Bandolero. Buy United, Smoke United, Live United, United Cigars.
So
that girl's got to do a lot more ads for you, huh? Like she's got to.
Yeah, I don't think.
Ask her to do
I
something.
think that was a one and out.
I don't think that's going to happen there, Nick. I think that girl is officially done doing anything for me.
Sure.
Anyway, so I'm going to go back to kind of an old standby one here. One that I don't know if we've ever done, the three of us have ever kind of addressed. And I'm going to do a very simple one here. So, And if we have done this, well, I apologize to everybody, but, it's what's on the mind. So, we're smoking the Firecracker, which is a very unique size, and that got me thinking about different Vitolas and on all that. So, I'm going to throw out 3 Vitolas, and we're going to pick which one, we could just do away with. And so I'm going to go with the Toro, the Robusto, and I'm going to go with the Churchill, not the Gordo, because I don't know about the rest of you. That would be a little too easy to say the 6x60. So
you don't want to put Lancero in there?
No, because that would be an easy one for me at least. So
I like the Elegantes and Lanceros.
But I'm going to say Churchill. I'm going to say Churchill, Toro, Robusto.
Okay.
Because let's be real. The 3 best sellers right now are Gordo, Toro, and Robusto. With the 4th being, I think, the Churchill kind of coming up there.
Okay.
So what size is that? Because Churchills, I feel like, always have a different size.
Yeah,
I think. But so what size would you say?
I think technically the official size of that is like, what, 4 or 7 by 47 or something like that? But
sounds right.
I'm gonna kind of fudge it and say like
it's always different.
I'm gonna say 7 by 50, something just kind of a generic kind of kind of size, somewhere anywhere between I'd say 7 by 48 to 50.
Okay,
and then Toro, you got your 6 by 50 to 52, 54, and then Robustos typically tend to be 5 by 50.
Okay.
So
that's easy. This is an easy one for me.
I smoke different cigars. A lot of times, I smoke when I drive a lot.
Yeah.
So I smoke cigars based on the length of a drive I have, hoping that the cigar will last the length of the drive.
I'll do that.
So if I'm driving longer, I want the Churchill. If I'm driving shorter, I'll do a Robusto.
Yeah.
Or possibly a Toro.
I do that. Same with sitting in the lounge. You know, like I've been really, really high on the Perdomo Habano Sun-Grown in the Churchill size lately. I've got a box.
What size is that?
Oh God, I think like 7x52 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I've got a box of those in my humidor inside, and then I've been smoking them over at Dan's quite a bit. Just because, like, you get just that little extra smoking time out of it, you know.
Speaking of Dan, did we do the cut?
We did do the cut.
Okay,
we did do.
Okay.
I just did my second cut on my.
You know,
my Cohiba.
you son of a bitch! You're supposed
it comes to us from mymonthlycigars.com.
Stay on.
Not the cut.
God damn it!
No, the cigar.
The cigar, yeah, the cut. No, the cut comes from someone
Dan
else.
the Man Ponder at Riverman.
We were
Cigar
gonna
Company.
do the whole second deal after this segment, and you
didn't tell me that. It's
Well,
not in my show prep.
you don't have show prep. I literally
lost the
told
show
you,
notes.
just wait, and you just went ahead like a fucking
we had
child.
we had one show where we had show notes, and he never did it again.
Because you fucked around so much with those show notes that it was just unrealistic. Anyway,
my show notes say we at some point we're going to do the one must go. When do you want to do that?
we're doing that now. So Robusto,
Okay, I just want to make sure. All right.
Robusto, Toro, or Churchill.
He's so triggered.
I'm probably getting rid of the Robusto.
I like Robustos.
See, I don't tend to smoke a lot of Robustos. I don't. I just, for my money, you know, just a little bit more, I get a Toro, and I'm doing fine. Some cigars I do think smoke better in the Robusto.
Yeah.
You know, the Aladino Corojos tend to smoke, I think, you know, the flavor on those. Yeah, a lot of them those do. But just, it's just not a size that I typically gravitate towards.
Because if I'm not mistaken, the Robusto is robust.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jeff.
It's robust. Oh.
It's practically about the kind of show prep that he gets off the band, you know? It's like, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So I'm saying Robusto.
I'm saying Toro.
Really?
Yep.
Well, this is.
I like my
wacko.
Robustos.
I know, but that's
Yeah.
like the number one sold size is the Toro. That's
I'm saying Churchill.
So we're all
So this
across
is-
the board.
This is jacked up.
No consensus here, but that's all right.
No.
Done.
One
Done.
must go.
All right. Well, that was thrilling. So, all right. Well, we'll just.
The One Must Go segment was brought to you by United Cigars. United we smoke.
Tell you, one must go. The person who does that ad.
She went.
She went.
One must gone.
She did. She left.
Okay.
All right. So why don't we go ahead and cut the second and get the second cigar going? And so the
I've already
second.
cut mine.
Yeah.
I
baby.
know, you fucking man child.
I beat it,
know,
baby.
Okay. So okay.
Cabo.
So we have the second cigar here does come to us from My Monthly Cigars in the March box here. We have the Cohiba Black Pequenos. It is a Pequenos size, 4.1 by 36.
Like Nick.
It's like a cigarello.
Pequenos? I don't.
It's a Nick Miller Pequeno.
Yeah, I don't think this is like me. It's got a
It makes my
Connecticut,
hand look ginormous.
Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Dominican binder, Dominican filler. And Jeff, you ought to be used to small things in your hand looking like making your hand look ginormous. But anyway,
I'm two-fisting it, baby.
you ought to be used to that too.
This cigar? No way.
No, I was talking about the cigar.
All right, so
You got like the tiny hands, like this Saturday Night Live. What was her face that did it? You ever see that? She does this little tiny, like they have all the pretty girls, and then it's her, and she has the tiny hands.
what the fuck? I don't.
Kristen Wiig. That's
Yep.
what it was.
Okay. So
I gotta get my cell phone. Cell phone?
right.
Cell phone?
Well, you get yours out of your cell phone. I'm gonna
my cell phone.
The second cut is brought to you by Dan the Man Ponder, Riverman Cigar Company. And guys, again, he's got that party on Thursday. Make sure you go. Anyway, he does mail order too. So if you miss it, you can still get mail order cigars. So
mail order for cigars. For cigars.
It's time to go ahead and cut the cigar. So anyway,
time to go, Jeff. It's time to go ahead and cut the cigar.
Yeah, he missed it.
Brought to you by
Here, let me get my
Dan the Man Ponder over at Riverman Cigar Company, Crestwood, Missouri.
My God.
Bully
for Dan.
Guys are just pigging on
I'm getting nothing.
So you have COVID.
It's the COVID, Jeff.
It's true.
You got the COVID.
This is a tasty little cigar, and I put it in the box again for the variety factor. I mean, you guys are talking about time, drive. This is a great drive cigar if you've got a short trip. I think. I mean, it's going to this is probably going to be about a half an hour to 40 minutes, depending on how we smoke it, how quick. But
so 20 for me.
You're going to get, because you already started 10 minutes ago. But it packs a little punch to it, even though it's a medium to full. I think it leans more towards the full and flavor profile, but it's good. It's good. It's a Cohiba Black.
Yeah.
But again, talking about different sizes, when you pack these into the smaller ones, you're going to get a little bit more punch, just like in the Robusto.
Yeah. Oh.
I see what he did there.
You like my little leprechaun on the back of the insert this month? That's pretty good, huh? Pretty fancy stuff.
Very festive.
Fancy schmancy.
They don't give a shit.
Very festive.
They don't care about anything I do. They just want me on for fucking clicks.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, because you drive the
clicks and downloads. Baby. Hey man, all right. I don't want to talk, but look at the numbers. That's all I'm going to tell you. And the people were clamoring. Do you want me to tell the real stories, folks? Let's get down to brass tacks.
No.
Okay.
So Wednesday.
No, we don't need to do that.
Wednesday, we found out whether or not one of those dancers. Well, someone found out whether or not one of those dancers was male or female. It cost them $3,000, and I don't know why Nick had his checkbook on him, but it was.
So, what was his name, Nick?
What the fuck are you talking about? I don't even know.
Juan.
Okay.
That blonde was definitely a dancer.
Oh yeah,
yeah. She's been dancing for a while.
Yes.
It was the brunette that I think everybody was, or some people were questioning.
I questioned the brunette.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you saw her Adam's apple, right? I mean.
I didn't get that close.
No.
But yeah.
All right.
Anyways, what's next, Nick?
No, we've already done that. So next, we're gonna do a super fight.
We are.
We're gonna do a super fight because you requested it, Nick. You requested it.
What did I call him? A fake fight?
Yeah, you call it a fake fight. So we're gonna do a super fight. So here we go. We're gonna have. We are going to have a super fight here. Now, the way this works is you have two people, for lack of a better term, going up against each other with two descriptives, and you just have to debate which one wins. So,
can we talk about the last one real quick?
Yeah, we can.
Where you guys completely got all of it wrong.
The flaccid Hulk versus the devil.
Hulk would never got off the ground. I mean, he's got no bones. Nothing. He's
How
a blob.
was he working the controls?
Nothing. He couldn't. He just they put him in there.
You still went with the Hulk, though, Jeff. I don't want to hear it.
And the plane just sat there because the Hulk is just a blob.
I couldn't go against Marvel.
I mean, you didn't want to pick the devil, is what you didn't want to do.
Exactly.
Right. Well, I would have picked the devil because I don't give a fuck.
So
that's between you and Satan.
Hey. I'll see him someday. I'm
sure. This one, we have the Illuminati.
Okay.
That is, they're 1,000 years old and riding a broomstick, taking on a leprechaun that has one tiny baby arm but can control machines.
Does he have a shillelagh?
It doesn't say that. He said the
Jeff,
leprechaun.
you got to stop making up these things like adding your question.
Yeah.
Just go with what's
It's
told.
complicated as fuck already, Jeff.
But there's no way, if I don't have all the data, that I can make an accurate assessment.
This is all the data you
situation.
fucking need, you dick. It's a leprechaun with a tiny baby arm that can control machines versus the Illuminati that's 1,000 years old and riding a broomstick.
So all of the Illuminati are on one broom?
I'm sure,
or is it a horde of Illuminati?
It's all the Illuminati, each riding different, I would assume, different broomsticks.
So it's a horde of Illuminati.
Yes. Okay. But they're all 1,000 years old. Taking on one leprechaun that has one tiny baby arm that can control machines.
Leprechauns are more than 1,000 years old. Does
he have access to a rainbow?
Why don't you ask what his shoe size is? That's what we
get there.
Is he wearing a glove?
He's got those
little
pointed
arm?
toes that turn up on the boots.
He got me a baby arm. That's terrible.
See, I'm going with the leprechaun because if he can control machines, he can control weaponry, and he can get weaponry on his side.
If you think weaponry will take down the Illuminati, then you won't survive. The Illuminati doesn't lose to anybody.
But they're 1,000 years old, and all they're doing is just riding around on broomsticks. It's a bunch of old dudes. It's a bunch of old dudes on broomsticks.
You remember from
not all dudes.
Indiana Jones, when he goes into the cave looking for the Grail, that Illuminati guy's still alive. Those guys are badasses.
I would mess with a leprechaun before I mess with the Illuminati.
So you both...
And those leprechauns are wiry, though.
The little feisty
They're ornery. They're ornery.
What?
They're ornery.
Honorary?
Ornery.
Is that French for Henry?
Yes. They're all named Henry.
A leprechaun named Henri.
Henri.
It gets confusing when they call roll. Because they're like, Henri here.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Henri here.
Oh my God.
Me pot of gold. I just continue this terrible
Can we light our
impression.
Cohibas yet?
No, the cut hasn't even been done.
Dear God.
Coming to you live from the Jerry Tobacco Aladino studio.
I'm so over this.
We should come live from the Blazy Susan pink bus.
That's where Jeff was hanging out.
Hey, it was cozy in there.
I bet it was.
Yeah, it was.
There were literally girls in there in pajamas having a pillow fight. Come on.
The one I saw wasn't wearing pajamas, but what she had on was, what very little she had on was very shiny.
It was delightful.
Tight. And Jeff sat right next
Jeff's
to her.
just watching.
You got a dumper in here?
Creepy fucking a hoodie and cargo shorts and flip flops, just like looking at her.
How you doing?
Classic. You guys get toilet paper? No, you use the sink.
The beauty of it was they had the rolling papers.
Yeah.
You had to put several of them together because there wasn't a lot of coverage.
Tiny arm leprechaun with machines or Illuminati that's ancient on broomsticks.
Dude, I'm going with the Illuminati. I mean, you can't fuck with those guys.
Hands down.
See, I'm saying
it's not even a contest.
I'm going the leprechaun because he's a magical little dude. And he can control machines.
I learned a lot about leprechauns by watching Charmed.
Have you ever seen the movie, the Leprechaun movie?
Oh God, the first one's fucking horrible. With fucking Rachel from Friends is in that. My favorite one of those is when he's like in the hood. It's like Leprechaun 8 in the hood or something like that.
Yeah. The Ocho.
So bad. Anyway, well, if we're getting into movies, why don't we go ahead and jump into the Villiger entertainment segment?
Villiger.
What are we doing? We got the Illuminati, right?
Yeah,
the winner?
I 2-1. We're saying the Illuminati.
What do you think, folks? Let us know.
I said
right after we do the cut.
Dear God. We've done the cut twice already now. Anyway,
the deuce cut. All right.
It's okay. Villiger Cigars.
Speaking of that, I had an issue earlier today. I told Nick all about.
For fuck's sake! Oh my God.
Speaking of deuce.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. Another sink
it
fell off the
required
wall.
a lot of bideting.
Ew. Nick, do you still have that sound clip?
No, not on.
He's gonna have to turn us off again to get it.
Not on the board. I do have this sound clip, which is relevant to it. This would normally be the time that I give some information about My Monthly Cigars, but I've hired that out this week, so take it away.
My Monthly Cigars is a premium cigar subscription service. It comes in a variety of different size boxes at affordable prices. Use offer code PULPIT and get free shipping in your first box and 20% off any items in the online store at mymonthlycigars.com.
That's offer code PULPIT. Thanks.
I just pictured Nick sitting there holding Pinky like at knife point, just like, you need to fucking record this right now.
Fuck
the ad.
No.
Say it sensually and do it how I asked.
Wow.
I've told you I'm fucking overtired right now.
It got dark.
I'm gonna be
I was
whacked.
gonna say, fuck.
Sorry. Where is Pinky? Is she coming back or
Yeah,
what?
she'll be back soon. So,
all right. Guess who's back?
We got a couple more weeks, and then she'll be back. And
right.
Jeff apparently decided to leave us. But anyway,
Jeff's not coming back.
It's time for that Villiger Cigar Entertainment Report, where we talk about various things that we've been watching and enjoying here lately. And speaking of enjoying lately, the Villiger Cigars, if you guys haven't tried them, they've got a store locator on their website. You're going to want to try them. Fantastic cigars. I feel really bad, Nick. I brought you one out to Vegas and totally forgot to give it to you.
I was going to bring that up. I was going to say, speaking of Villiger,
yep.
You know, I did expect one.
He even told me that on Friday.
Yep.
I still have the cigar.
He told me before, he's like, I'm going to bring you one because you haven't had one. And
I brought you Girl Scout cookies, though.
Yeah. Speaking of, my wife came home with 3 boxes today. And I'm like, 2 out of these 3 suck ass. And my kid's just like, I don't care. I'm going to eat cookies. Like, he was just eating them up. I'm like, no, grow up. They were wrong. There was only one. She got a tag along, so that was good. That was good. But the other one was the s'mores, and
that one didn't even sound good.
No, and then the fucking what are those plain ones again?
The fucking trefoils or whatever.
But what they're called?
Those are good. The sugar cookie
ones? The little shortbread cookies.
Yeah, they're just plain Janes. Yeah. Might as well get vanilla ice cream.
I like those.
I do too.
Well, that has nothing to do with the Villiger segment, especially since I was told I would have a Villiger cigar in Vegas, and I got a box of.
Yeah.
You know, like, and speaking of,
I was really proud of bringing
when you gave them to me. You freaked out that you remembered, like all excited.
I know, I was excited.
Oh, hey, Nick. You said, I got something for you. Here I am expecting a badass Villiger cigar. He pulls out a box of Girl Scout cookies in the middle of TPE.
And you were fucking happy, though, because
I was hungry as shit.
You were hungry as shit.
For some reason, I forgot to eat for like 12 hours.
I was going to say, as I recall, you got to the industry party, you're like, dude, I fucking snarfed on Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. I crushed a part of the sleeve for sure in the hotel room. I was like eating them in the shower like a scoundrel. Like, it was crazy. No, those were good. Those were good. You kind of shat on those. I think they were pretty good.
I think they're too dry.
You're dry. Let's get on with the segment.
Adventurables.
You're adventureless.
I did get my order of the Raspberry Rally, the new raspberry ones. Those arrived this weekend. And
gross, like I said.
No, they weren't.
Gross.
They weren't gross. They're just not nearly as good as I was expecting them to be.
Raspberries don't belong in cookies.
Unfortunately, I've got 4 fucking boxes because the Girl Scout Mafia got me. You can only order them online, and I'd already put in my order of other cookies with my niece, and so I didn't want any other kinds. I just wanted to order 1 box of that. Well, they're like, it's $20 to have them shipped, and then you've only ordered 1 box, which is $5. So I'm like, well, what the fuck do I do? So I ordered 4 boxes of the fucking raspberry ones, and the nice thing about that, those things are going for like $30 a box on eBay.
What?
Yep.
Why?
Because nobody can get their hands on the raspberry ones because they were only available online, and a lot of troops they sold out. And so I have 3 boxes, so I'm probably putting some up on eBay, to be honest.
Oh, rich. $90. Hey, all right.
Hey.
And then you got to ship them. Okay.
I mean, whatever, dude. I paid $20 plus
shipping.
shipping to get them. So, I mean, it's
plus shipping.
It's a profit,
How much was shipping?
It wasn't so bad. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it was less than $30 for the whole deal.
My kid's like, what are these? My wife goes, "They're Girl Scout cookies." I go, "Yeah, it's a money laundering scam. Is what it is. Mm-hmm. That's all it is." And they rip you off. Anyways, let's move on. That's
not nearly as bad as the fucking Boy Scouts with that popcorn of theirs.
Oh, that popcorn sucks.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
That is, you guys know.
That's a much better.
That could go some places.
That is a much bigger scam than the cookies.
That you can buy the Girl Scout cookies at Dollar General.
I told you this.
Yeah.
Can you? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the same.
But they're
cookies.
not. Is it? But it's not like labeled the Girl Scout.
Different
cookies?
packaging,
Yeah.
but the exact. It's the Thin Mints. It's the tag along, the chocolate peanut butter ones, and then it's the Samoas, the coconut, whatever ones.
And they're the exact same cookie.
They pop those things up everywhere. The Dollar Generals. They'll find any old video stores, anything, and the reason and their business model is based on like getting buildings that are already there. They don't even. They never. Very rarely. I shouldn't say they never. They very rarely build their own.
They just built a brand new one here in Freeburg, actually.
Okay,
across the street from the old one.
Yeah. What it is, they've learned the TIF scam.
Oh.
Because, so Walmart did it for years. You open a Walmart, and then Walmart says, hey, we've outgrown our store. We're probably going to have to close. And the city freaks out and says, well, let's start a TIF. So that's why you have a Walmart. And then they build a super center next, like across the street or whatever, in the new TIF zone.
Yep.
And then a Rural King or whatever moves into the old Walmart building. And now there's a big new Walmart, and they get another 7.
Oh, boy.
I think 10, 12, 20 years of it, tax increment financing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
and I think Dollar General's doing that now.
You glitched out for a moment, but came back.
Oh, am I still there?
Yeah, it's okay.
So what's Dollar General doing? How are they involved? What are they doing?
So what they're doing now is instead of having a Dollar General, they're making a DG Market, and they're putting food and stuff in, and that's their way to step up and add something and get the TIF money.
And that's what we have here in Freeburg. They opened up a DG Market across the street from where they used to have a Dollar General.
Interesting.
Yep.
Bye, Jeff.
Yeah. TIF, I could sit here and go off of that tax increment financing and how horrible it is, and it turns into a slush fund for local politicians to give their buddies money out of. But I won't bore everyone with that.
I was going to say,
but
please don't, because
we got a Villiger segment to get into.
It's fucking tiring already. So speaking of Villiger,
So
I don't know what everybody else has been watching, but I have been binging the 6th season of Billions over the last 24 hours, and I'm down to the last episode of the 6th season. I watched 11 episodes starting last night and into today. And,
holy crap! I guess that's what happens when you have COVID.
Yeah, no shit.
You sit around and watch TV.
Catch up on TV all fucking day. But let me tell you,
I try to stay alive.
This is a show that I binged the hell out of before, like last year, probably about this time. And then the 6th season came out, and I just put it off and put it off and put it off, and then finally I started up yesterday. And holy shit, this show's so good.
Is it? I still have not watched.
Is Don Cheadle in that?
No, that's the one with Don Cheadle. Oh, fuck.
Shameless?
Yes, that was Shameless. And that was also a really good show.
Wait, no, Don Cheadle wasn't in Shameless.
Not Shameless. No. What was the one?
That was William H. Macy.
Ocean's 11.
It was a Showtime one as well.
Jeff, you know he can't see you, right?
He doesn't care.
Nah.
Can you still hear me?
Oh, we can hear you fine. Hey, what happened?
House of Lies.
House of Lies.
That was the Don Cheadle show. Super good show. But
no,
I've been really happy with Billions. And I heard that the redhead dude from Homeland who played Bobby Axelrod, he's coming back for the new season of Billions, which is good because he was in the first 5. He took season 6 off, and his character's missed, so I think it'll be good to bring him back. But anyway.
Have you guys watched Righteous Gemstones?
I watched the first season, haven't watched the second yet.
I watched the second one a while ago. It's good. I like it. I like Danny McBride. So
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's great.
I've been watching that. But I'll tell you what I watched last night.
I have a baseball signed by him. He signed it both as himself and as Kenny Powers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool. Did you guys watch the Oscars?
I did not watch the Oscars, no.
I can't.
It was milquetoast.
Well, yeah.
They all are.
How the fuck are they going to top last year with the slap heard around the world?
True.
That
I'll tell you what.
Truthfully,
and I don't
nobody
know,
should have given a shit about, but whatever.
I used to think this guy was funny, but like on the Man Show, he was good.
Jimmy Kimmel?
But
Jimmy Kimmel, yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel, I just don't find amusing at all anymore. I don't know why.
Well,
I'm over him.
He became very PC now. Like when he got his late night show, that's what happens.
He distanced himself real hard from all the Man Show shtick. Like you're not finding any girls jumping on trampolines and dudes slamming down beers on his show anymore.
No, he's tried so hard to get away from that. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I see all the shit online. Like Jimmy Kimmel, you know what? You're on the Epstein list, and that's why he's becoming so like. All this.
That.
Yeah, they're like he's come out against like why do we care about the list? Who cares about it? And everyone's like, because you're fucking on it, dude. Like that's what they're saying. I don't know. Allegedly, Jimmy, because I know you listen to the show. Everybody does. But he used to be with him and Adam Carolla. That was a good show. The Man Show.
Oh,
and he's getting shit for. Remember when he was Karl Malone?
Yeah,
so shit for doing blackface on shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing I don't get. How come liberals can do blackface and get away with it, but any conservative gets canceled?
Seriously, dude.
Why?
Why are you all of a sudden deciding all this way into the episode like we're gonna get political?
Get into trans and all.
Thanks, Villiger, for sponsoring Jeff's political fucking rant. But anyway,
the liberals.
Hey, there's a couple of these cigar manufacturers that would get off on my political rants.
Yeah, well, maybe so,
probably.
But I don't want to
not on the show.
See if I can get one of them to sponsor me.
Get your own show.
And
anyway.
I'm looking your way, Nick Perdomo.
Oh, God.
Well,
that ain't coming now.
Thanks. Appreciate that a lot.
Today's cut is not sponsored by
Cohiba
Cigars.
Probably not. But
and he
anyway,
cut out Jeff's ass.
Yeah, say fucking cut Jeff. So anyway. So Billions and Righteous Gemstones. Nick, what have you been watching? You always have something.
Well, Jeff, were you watching that? Were you watching that recently? Is that what your show is?
Yeah, I've been watching Righteous Gemstones, but the Oscars. Let me talk for a minute.
Oh my God,
please.
Everything all at once or whatever. I don't even know what the movie's about, and it wins everything.
With Michelle Yeoh. Yeah, I really want to see it. It's on Paramount Plus now, and
I've heard people say that it took them 3 tries to get through it.
Dude, it's like it's a multiverse kind of deal. Like she jumps through different universes or some shit like that. And I don't know what it is, but yeah,
she's a Marvel character.
No, you can do that without being a fucking Marvel character. But anyway,
it's the multiverse of wokeness.
Look, dude, what the fuck does wokeness have to do with anything? God, quit being political. No, fucking Quantum Leap was multiverse shit before. Well, that was time travel. I'm sorry. But, Sliders was multiverse shit before there was fucking Marvel. So, I mean.
I don't even know what Sliders is.
It was the Jerry O'Connell show back in the 90s. Remember? Had fucking. No. It had the dude from Indiana Jones. And he played Gimli in
Ford
in the Lord of the Ring movies. No, he was the fucking the Middle Eastern dude with the red fez. John Rhys Davies, I think, was is the.
I have no idea.
Never mind.
So last night I'm watching the Oscars.
You suck so much, Jeff.
The director guy gets up and he's giving this speech about how there's something wonderful in everyone and we just have to find it and blah blah blah. And all I'm thinking to myself while he's saying this is, there's not good in everyone. There's serial killers. There's Pol Pot and Hitler. I mean, they're people that are
we're gonna get
non-socially redeemable.
This bit.
Why do we always tell everybody that everybody's
almost 2 hours in and we've got a Pol
not?
Pot reference?
Look, you're proving my point of why I don't watch these things. It's just it's a rich people dinner to celebrate nothing.
Rich people
does nothing. I get nothing out of it. Who are you wearing? I'll tell you what I saw. It was on the TV, and I saw right before it was Hugh Grant was being interviewed, and I became a bigger Hugh Grant fan when I saw this. I go, he does not give a shit about this interview. Lady's like, okay, who are you wearing? And he's like, I'm wearing my suit. And it's just like, yeah, I know it's yours, but I mean, he literally said my suit. I know it's yours, but who made it? I don't know. I got my suit. She's like, oh, da, da, da. And then all of a sudden she's asking these stupid questions. She's all excited. She finishes. She's like, great, have a great night. He turns around and he makes this face like, like, what the hell did I just do? Why am I here? He's looking for another prostitute.
Oh God. Oh God.
You know that story, Jeff? No?
Divine
Didn't
Brown.
you get caught with one?
Yeah, Divine Brown.
Yeah. So I like that Brendan Fraser one though. I think
yeah,
good
that's
for him.
Nice. Good
that
for
guy,
him.
He's been through just we won't go into it, but look up his story why he's been blackballed by Hollywood for all these years.
I didn't know he had been.
Yeah, he kind of stood up for some things himself, and I guess, and he wouldn't conformist. He wouldn't conform to the ways of Hollywood, I guess, and he just said fuck it, and they're like, "Nah, you're never working again." Basically,
you're talking about the whole like child pedophile ring stuff.
I don't know. It's something. It may have something to do with that. You can Google it and look it up. It's just it. But the fact of the matter is that he was blackballed for.
Aside from giving us all vertigo, what the fuck are you doing over there, Jeff?
I had to plug I'm down to 9%.
Oh my God.
I had to replug.
Anyway, Nick, what have you been watching? You always watch something interesting.
Yeah, I'm. So the wife show is the last season here of You.
Oh. Okay.
On Netflix. I am bored to fuck with it. The first couple seasons were pretty good, and it's just like, all right, you kind of just got to get it over with.
Yeah.
It's
what show is it?
You on Netflix. It sucks this year. This year's just boring as hell. It's going nowhere. But I have been binging, and I'm almost done with Louder Milk. You guys ever seen Louder Milk?
No.
Or heard of it?
No.
It's on Prime, and it's oh my God, what the hell's the guy from Office Space, the main guy there.
Peter.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Oh my God, Ron Livingston.
Oh,
Ron
okay,
Livingston.
yeah.
And he plays a this really, really cool premise, I think, and it makes for a funny show and good stories. He is a recovering alcoholic and drug addict who runs like meetings. He's a former music critic who was a hotshot music critic for like Rolling Stone. So he's big on that and all that stuff. And he lives with, Will Sasso.
Yeah.
Big guy, played
he was
Curly.
On SNL.
He was on Mad TV.
Yeah, or at Mad TV.
Mad TV, yeah. He's like recovering. So it's all these recovering. So it's a whole group of recovering addicts somehow, some way. And there's all these stories all around it. If you want to like think about watching it, just Google YouTube coffee shop, Louder Milk coffee shop scene. And because they get kicked out of their meeting place and they have to go to a coffee shop. One of the guys tells a story that's not for public.
Oh, shit.
And it's funny and it's really good. And then they go back to it after. It's really good. The show's, I think it's hilarious. I think there's only 3 seasons though.
Okay.
So that's what I've been watching. What else have I seen? Honestly, I don't know. I've been watching just a lot of the NCAA stuff and a lot of sports lately. So
yeah.
Kind of when I'm doing work, that'll be on the background, or Louder Milk. So yeah, I recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's really funny. Really good show.
All right.
I have to check it out.
I would say for sure.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it.
Well, there we go. Well, I guess that's been the Villiger entertainment segment then. So
the Villiger.
Yeah, thanks for
let's get into
Jeff.
Let's get into the cut.
Yeah,
get this going. Get the show on the road.
We've done the cut. I think we've done all the shit that we have to do here. So at this point, let's get some thoughts on the Cohiba Black in the Pequeno size here.
It is a strong little smoke.
It is, and it's smoking well. I'll admit, when I first started it wasn't kicking off a lot of smoke, and I was kind of afraid that I once again had like a plugged up one. But if I did, I got past it. It opened up. Now it's smoking wonderfully.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I like these. These are good. They come in the tins, like 5 packs. Actually, no, 6-pack tins.
Okay.
They're good. I enjoy them.
So where's
where's
my other
$4 a stick? Where's your other 5? What am I, fucking Garofalo here?
I was say, fucking, I got a tin of cigars from Garofalo in his show bag.
Speaking of Garofalo, man wasn't even a TPE.
I know.
That shows you how TPE's gone downhill, huh?
Sent fucking Ed Santa Maria out there to do his bidding. He's just like, Ed, you go. I missed him. I didn't see him out there.
Oh, you didn't see him? No, I talked to him a few times. He was funny. He had a few digs at Dave for not being there, but just all in good fun.
There were a lot of people that weren't there. I think timing-wise, it just didn't work for a lot of folks.
Well, and there were other things going on at the same time.
Was that other cigar show too, right?
Pro Cigar was going on in the Dominican, and there were a lot of people at that. I know Herklots was there, and a lot of the Dominican guys were there, and then Nick Perdomo was doing farm tours down in Nicaragua, so he was tied up and busy too. So
I had a conversation over his booth with Nelson about it, and they were doing good, man. They're another one that just has core lines and just crush it with it. They don't mess around with anything else, which is great.
Yeah.
So
you're right. They do. They keep the price at a decent point, even for the anniversary stuff. I mean, it's not, badly priced. And I'll tell you, any manufacturer who isn't paying attention to their packaging, I mean, that's on you. I mean, their packaging stands out so well in the humidor. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's on Nick. I mean, I met Nick before I got into all this, business wise.
Yeah.
I met him a few years ago, and I met him down at Cigar Fest in Pennsylvania, probably about 4 or 5, maybe 6 years ago. And talking to him at the shop, like he was, conversation. We were talking. All he wanted to do was talk about his boxes.
Yeah.
He didn't even give a shit about the cigars. He was so into his boxes. And like you said, it shows,
for sure.
But he's got the means for it.
Yeah.
They do it themselves. He's everything is done. I'm pretty sure everything Perdomo does is in-house by himself. Mm-hmm. Whereas other people, they outsource their boxes. So he handles everything. But yeah, you're right. His displays are always on point. The info cards are perfect for that. I just think any manufacturer who's not paying attention to it, and they have the means and ability, like I know, Aladino, they have their own box making factory and everything as well. Mm-hmm. Any brand that's doing their own boxes, I mean, just take a look. Even if you're not color coding it, and everything like he does. Sure. Just the shelf talker, the flip out shelf talker in the box. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
That right there is just a huge thing that I think brands ought to take a look at, because there's some shops that are great that have staff that are always walking around the humidor and talking to people and selling cigars and whatnot. But there's other shops where, staff wise they're small and they can't go in the walk in with everybody, and that little shelf talker, man, it gives a lot of information in a very small space.
Pops.
It does.
It pops. So, it's advertising. It's marketing.
That's what I'm saying. It's just one more thing that I think any manufacturer ought to take a look at it. But
it's an extra 3 cents probably on the box.
Right.
Put it
exactly.
In there. And it flips out perfectly and tucks away. If you buy a box yourself, it's nice.
It's brilliant.
So yeah, it's good. But yeah, there was something we were going to talk about. I was going to bring up about TPE, and I totally forgot.
I don't know.
What the hell? I think we were just talking about Jeff, when I mentioned Jeff breaking his neck when we were sitting at the HM table.
Oh, yeah. No.
How about the dudes in the scooters?
There were some lovely ladies walking by.
Oh, you were kept. I'm like, so Jeff, I was here. Jeff was in front of me. I couldn't see behind me, and I'm not turning around. He's telling me, you got to look. This girl's just nonstop dancing. And I couldn't. If I turned around, it was just Captain Obvious the whole time.
She had apparently dipped into the gummies she was hawking.
Nice. But yes, to your point.
I walked around with you guys.
There were those guys on fucking scooters all over the place, and they didn't look like they needed them. They were just driving around on those fucking scooters.
No, they were just being
dicks
weird
about it. Yeah, mm-hmm. I mean, it's like, that was weird. I don't know.
So one thing about the show floor is, I think you guys kind of touched on it too, is the tobacco, the cigar side,
is
so small. compared to the rest of the convention center.
It's a solid $25.75.
I remember when I was like, "Where are you guys?" Because I wanted to grab, a drink, and you guys were like, "Oh, we're at the food court." It's like, "Where's that?" You're like, "In the very back."
Very back.
I'm like, that's gotta be a short walk. It was the longest.
It's the longest
walk ever. And on my way, because we had already gone through some of the blue carpets, and they are hawks. Like,
oh yeah,
you go to so the people that weren't there, you go through the cigar booths, you walk past. You can walk past, just nod, say hello. That's it. Nobody's coming after you. You go on that blue carpet, you are hounded with flyers and here's this
samples.
Card. Here's that. See you, Jeff.
We just lost Jeff. Samples.
Not even samples. It's
like fucking
info.
Do you vape? Do you vape? Do you vape? And all that. And it's just like,
no, I don't.
It's just fucking crazy how aggressive they are.
When I was walking back to meet you guys, I called you, remember? And I was like, just stay on the phone with me for the walk so I don't get hounded.
I know.
I could have fake phone called it, but I didn't want. I was like, I don't want to get caught.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was scared of that, but yeah, they were brutal.
Extremely aggressive with the sales.
Jeff, did you catch all that?
Blue
Come back.
There.
Okay. We're just talking about how they were just like crushing. Like when I was walking to meet you guys, I called Nick to be on the phone so that they wouldn't hound me.
Oh yeah, I remember when you did that.
Mm-hmm. I just it was stupid. It was like, just hang on, just hang here, and it was awful. It was just awful on that blue carpet. So kudos to the people. But I guess that, if you're into that shit that much, you're pretty laid back already, and it doesn't bother you, man.
Maybe I don't know, but Jeff was like a fucking raccoon digging through garbage cans on Friday, getting fucking samples and shit everywhere. Like, dude, they had these fucking little cans.
They were just laying on the table.
They had these cans of snuff just laying on the fucking table in the food court, and Jeff's going table to table, grabbing them all up. And I'm like, what the fuck do you need that for? It's chewing tobacco.
Somebody I know will want snuff.
But he went to all the table and just grabbed as much as he could. I mean, it was
expensive.
I definitely did not expect them to hand out the samples like they did.
Yes.
I definitely did not expect that. I didn't expect them to hand out.
It was better on Friday.
They were more
like trick-or-treating Friday.
They were more freewheeling with samples than the cigar people were. Plain and simple.
100%.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get many cigar samples. I got enough. Like, I'm not sitting here complaining. I didn't get any. What I did get was good. And that's a funny story about that. So what was it? Jeff walked up to ATL, right, Jeff? And then you got the what the hell is it called?
They came to me and they said, we want you to try the cigar. We want to hear Gator's notes on this cigar.
The Wise Blood, right?
Yeah.
And you came back to the table. We were sitting there at the HOP table. You're smoking it. And Nick is all panties in a knot.
I'm like, where the fuck is mine? And you're like, they only gave me one. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So then Nick and I walked over.
Yeah.
And
you got hooked up.
Yeah, they gave us one of those each, and
they gave us the pack with 3 cigars in it. It was that. It was the new one. There were 3 cigars in it. It was the ATL.
Maybe I smoked the other one.
It was ATL. It was 2 by Luciano. I don't remember.
It was Luciano ones. Yeah, I still have one in the humidor at home. But yeah, that was funny. We came back with 2 packs, and Jeff almost took it. You were talking to Tim, I think it was.
Yeah.
And,
Tim from the Hill. Yeah.
Jeff's like, I need a lighter or something, of course. And he went into your bag. And he's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna smoke this. It was yours from that ATL pack."
Yeah.
And Jeff's like, "I'm gonna take it." And he goes, "Nah, I don't want him to get mad. I don't want him to get mad."
I didn't put it back.
I mean, I will say, the and no slight to any manufacturer. I mean, I get it. It's like it's a product. You don't want to be handing it out willy nilly, but
yeah, man, those things are not cheap.
No, exactly. No. But what I will say is the amount of samples that I received at the 2020 show was far and away greater than what I received at 21, 22, or 23. And I don't know if that has to do with COVID and production and supply chain and whatever else you want to blame it on, but it was definitely a very here, have one of everything in our line, in 2020. And since then, it's like, here's a cigar. Maybe here's a cigar. There were plenty of booths that Jeff and I did interviews at where we did not even get a sample from them.
Yeah.
I remember, because I remember I asked you, I said, what should I expect for cigars? You're like, dude, I had a duffel bag last year. So I brought like a bag. I was like expecting a ton. I mean, I got a bunch. I got more last year than this year.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, the ones I did get this year were not, I don't want to say, how do you say, like regularly accessible right away. I mean, I got the new ones from Amendola, and then Trey Mack hooked me up with that
the Party Source one.
The Party Source one.
Yep. Which I had to fucking bust his balls for on Friday and be like, dude, what the fuck? Everybody else is smoking this Party Source one. I don't have one. It's like I got the fucking Jerry Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, and I don't even have one.
Panties were firmly in a wad the whole week.
Twisted.
I got it.
Yep.
I got it, though. It was good.
I mean, shit. You did get it?
I'll tell you, that Party Source cigar, if anybody's near a Party Source store, look for it. It's an Aladino, and it's got a purple footband or ribbon or whatever on it. And that cigar actually is older than the company.
Yes, that's what he was telling me. He's like, this. Yeah. He's like, who still found it? No,
Julio was rolling cigars in between the sale of Camacho and the start of Aladino when he was in the the non-compete. But he just kept rolling cigars, and so they had all these fucking cigars sitting there from that period of time, and that's where that vintage selection came from. Is he had a bunch of those sitting there, and they slapped a Habano wrapper on it and went to town with that. But then this Party Source one, they found it, and I guess there was a limited number of them, and they were just like, "What is this?" And like, I don't know. It's been sitting around for like 8 fucking years or whatever, and they just smoked it and was like, holy shit, we got to do this.
I think he said 2015 it was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to say it was like 14 or 15 they were rolled. Yeah. Which means they were rolled then, which means the tobacco was already aged before that.
Exactly.
So it was a good cigar, man.
And it was a strong cigar. And that's the thing. It's like, you got to realize if this thing's got 8 years of age on it after being rolled, and it's still that strong. Fucking how strong was that thing back in 2015 when it was rolled? It's like that thing probably knocked you on your ass first pull,
Yeah, it's amazing that the product itself, if not just them, everybody, people can shit on certain cigars all they want. Those things still take so much time
for sure
to put together and cultivate the tobacco and put it all. I mean, it's a freaking process, man, and it's time consuming.
It is.
It's like building a Christmas tree farm.
Yeah.
You got to you buy all the seeds, and then you're not gonna make any money for 7 years.
Exactly. And and also going back to the samples and the quantity of them and everything, it may have something to do with the fact that the FDA had quality assurance people walking around on that show floor.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And, I know the cigar industry is very keyed into the FDA and kind of playing
they're monitoring that. But everything was going on the blue carpet.
Yeah, you hit my point, which is, on the red carpet, it's dried up tobacco leaves, pectin, and water. And on the blue carpet, it's fucking any chemical cocktail you can possibly imagine that's within the boundaries of any sort of legality,
So, So this is interesting. I thought it was interesting. I saw somebody post something this weekend. Like I saw it on Facebook. They were going to Nikon or Necon or something like that. It's like the New England Cannabis Expo.
Okay.
Right? It's like the largest New England Cannabis Expo, blah, blah, blah. They do it in all the New England states. And it was in Boston this weekend. And the post was like, dude, it's going to be all up in smoke this weekend. So I'm like, what the hell's this? Yeah. I look it up and I start reading the FAQs and stuff. And I'm like, oh, wow. I'm like, they're going to be able to like smoke and stuff in there. That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
Nope. Nothing. You can't buy cannabis at the show.
Wow.
You can't smoke anything at the show. Can't have it. I'm like, why have a show? What's the point?
Yeah, what's the point?
What are you doing there?
Wasn't stopping anyone at TPE, man. I mean, on that walk
it's
back
just
to
one bit.
On that walk back to the food
fucking
court,
window shopping.
On that walk back to the food court, man, it was just you're walking through clouds of pot smoke, and they may not have even.
You can't even count the gummies that people were having. I mean,
exactly,
giving giggle fits and shit. It was crazy.
Here's the thing, and by the way, I'm done with my drink and I'm feeling it.
Good.
The I don't know if that was really pot you were smelling or it was him.
It was super. Look,
it might have been him.
Either which way, it was super similar. And let's be real, you know as well as I do, it was probably pot.
Probably.
I mean, they're gonna throw it in there, sure.
Yeah.
And say it's something else, right? So
yeah,
nobody's there testing it, but yeah, it's just wild. Like the blue carpet is definitely a crazy place to be, and they had
it's so the Wild West.
It really was. And they had more things going on, the bigger displays. Their displays are huge.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of money in those booths. A lot of money.
Yeah, it makes me wonder.
Well, it does. It really does.
But yeah, but overall, I think it was it's another TPE, it was another good show.
Now
I feel like
you missed a celebrity sighting.
Oh, because of you.
It wasn't fucking because of me. I told you about it, and you were like, oh, it's his son. I don't care.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I didn't.
Nick shows me this picture. He's like, look at this, and it's a picture. It says like, come by our booth and meet Mike Allstott, who's running back for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, former running back, and some other dude and Roger Clemens. And Nick shows me the picture. I go, oh, that's got to be his kid. I don't care about his kid. I want to meet the Rocket. I want to meet real Roger Clemens. You know?
He was there.
I get home and I'm looking at Instagram and I see that, and there's 2 photos on the post he's showing me.
I did not see the
you
second
swipe
photo.
to the other one, and MF Roger Clemens is standing right there in the picture. I'm like, son of a! I would have walked right over. That great comment. That would have been one of my favorite moments of my lifetime. I mean, growing up Sox fan, Clemens, love Clemens. Should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care about all this bullshit. And my moment in the sun was and forever will be ruined by Nick Miller.
Bullshit. I told you about it. You're the one who just didn't want to walk over there.
Here's a picture of these guys that's not Roger Clemens, but it says it.
It was Roger Clemens.
I'm not going to swipe. I feel like you know how to swipe right with all your stories.
I did
swipe
not
left, whatever.
Did not notice.
He's been doing a lot of right swiping.
I did not notice.
What's a good one? Left or right? I don't even know.
Right's if you're into it. Left is if you're not.
So you go right if you're in. Right
but
if you're
anyway,
in. Right.
but my point is, there was still the football player. You could have walked over there if you'd have just gone over just to meet him.
Mike Allstott, it didn't matter to me. Like, Mike Allstott didn't matter to me that much. Like, it wasn't. We're talking about a should-be Hall of Famer, one of the greatest pitchers ever in the history of the game.
But think of how exciting
my team.
Think of how exciting
I grew up with, and you ruined my moment.
But think of how exciting it would have been if you'd have gone over there for the football player, and then you just happened to stumble across Roger Clemens.
I would have shit myself. I would have been touching cotton. Okay.
Hold on. So why isn't Clemens in the Hall of Fame? Was he juicing?
Yeah, HGH, roid stuff.
Well, everybody was doing that.
I know.
The whole McGuire era. I mean,
those guys.
There's a bunch of them that aren't in the Hall of Fame because of that, though, Jeff.
That's a topic for.
But my question is, like the Andro and stuff. Were those actually banned substances?
Not
or
at the time.
Questionable?
Not at the time.
Well, how do you hold it against him if it wasn't banned?
Because the Hall of Fame is voted on by the Baseball Writers Association of America. So they're all high and mighty. Half these guys, probably 90%, never fucking swung a bat in their life, never threw a ball, can't throw a ball. But they write great stuff about the sport, and that's about it. They know the sport. Kudos, but I don't know. I can argue that steroids saved baseball, and I can point right to the McGuire-Sosa home run race.
Totally.
Baseball was dead in the water at that point.
Yeah, it's the only thing that saved it.
Done. That saved it, and that was because of steroids.
Yep.
And that brought more money, more eyes on the sport, everything, history, yada yada. And baseball now is just doing more stupid shit. Rob Manfred should be hung by his testicles because the guy is ruining baseball even more.
You're not a fan of the bigger bases and the pitch
bigger
clock?
Bases? You got to say, I made this thing and I want to post it. You guys know the maybe you don't, but the famous picture of Ricky Henderson when he broke the stolen base record. He's holding up the base that he stole.
Okay.
I made one where it's like the base is just fucking like monstrous. And I'm going to post and say if he broke the record today.
Yeah.
Like, bigger bases, dumb. Because guess what?
When did they make the bases bigger?
This year.
This year.
Pitch clock. Okay. No, that's not baseball. That's not baseball. I get it.
Is it all for
to
TV
watch.
ratings? Is that why they're doing it to speed
Because
it up?
you know what? Nowadays, what is it? You need this. Football, basketball is quick, fast paced. There's something going on all the time. People don't want to watch strategy. They just don't. And there's a clock, and it's exciting. I get it. Nobody wants to watch baseball.
I grew up watching Whitey Herzog and the small ball. And that's the way baseball should be played.
But I'll tell you what, hockey has a clock. And nobody goes to they struggle. I'm pretty sure they lose money. Well, I shouldn't say that. Professional sports don't lose money. If you own a team, you have a license to print money.
Oh,
yeah. NFL, you own an NFL team. If you're one of the good old boys that owns one of those teams, you are guaranteed like $300 million in revenue every year, just based on TV contracts. Isn't that wild? It's just wild.
Jeff's just wandering away from the show now.
He's drunk.
I know.
I gotta turn my heater back on.
Oh, back on.
I only have one plug-in, so I have to unplug the phone and the heater.
What the fuck?
Oh, shit. So we could go on and on and on and on. But anyways, yeah. So, So TV was great. Whoa. What was this, like a half an hour show?
Yeah, basically. Did you place any Super Bowl bets or anything while you're out there?
No, not this year, just because now it's all legal in Ohio, so it can be done on my phone, which is kind of nice. So that's been fun. That's actually been fun. Is it legal where you guys are?
In Illinois, yeah.
Okay.
But if I cross the river to Missouri, then my phone knows I'm in Missouri and I can't do it. Yep. Yeah. So. That was one thing about Vegas. Being in Vegas was I didn't see 100,000 DraftKings and FanDuel ads because they don't allow them there. They're not because the sports books have, they have William Hill, they got the Caesars, and they got Circa, all that. So they don't allow that DraftKings and FanDuel there, which makes sense.
Yeah, they don't want that shit in there because those are called soft books according to the pros. But man, I'll tell you what, if any state is thinking about implementing this, they need to do it immediately. Ohio in their first month did 1.1 billion.
Oh yeah.
1.1 in the first month.
Yep.
They were already and they were ahead of Vegas, I believe. They were only behind New Jersey, I think it was. And I mean, $1 billion in a month. And they had what they call 20%. Basically, had a 20% profit on it, is what they had, which is crazy. So they made, what's that? 200 million, 20 million, something like that in the first month.
It's crazy.
It's fucking wild, and that's tax dollars. That's legalized. So now you can legalize that, right? You can do all that: beer, alcohol, cigarettes, and cannabis, right?
Yep.
All that's all fucking
all great,
free for all now, right?
Yep, exactly.
But yet. Leaves, water, and pectin.
Yeah. And everybody's sticking with cigars.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's go vape.
Well, I think we probably
Maybe I'll give you a popcorn lung.
Should I start selling vapes on the site?
No.
MyMonthlyVape.com.
MMV.
I think you're good. I do think we
MMV
probably
is like motor vehicles.
Think about wrapping this up because Jeff is slowly getting drunker and drunker. I mean, I don't know if anybody,
like it though.
I don't know if anybody was watching, but he was fumbling with those fucking earphones like crazy. I mean, it's like a monkey looking at a fucking football here down there. He has no idea what to do. I mean, he's just. Of course, he drank half a bottle of whiskey in one fucking drink. I mean, it's like
somebody else has a giggle fit right
it's
now.
like son of a bitch. It's like he didn't get himself a fucking finger. He got himself a whole fist.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
See, the trick is you start with the three fingers, and then you put them all in, and then you.
So we're available on Instagram at The Cigar Pulpit as well as at Naked Gator, NEKK.
Like he was a fucking orange. He's making juice. He's like, you 3 fingers, you squeeze. You have to watch that. If you're listening, you need to go just watch that part.
Oh, fuck.
What are you squeezing?
Jeff understood when Trump said he grabbed her by the pussy. Anyway.
Who says that?
And her nutsack, apparently.
We're also...
like that.
Well, there we go.
Nick
Boy,
and
like 3
Savannah
fingers.
out in Vegas.
Let me see. Jeff went 3 fingers and he squeezed.
Then we're also on Facebook, where we have the Cigar Pulpit Parishioners group. It's a fun group.
That's my page.
Now you missed your page. Oh my god.
That was good. That was good.
We're on Twitter. Don't do jack shit there. On YouTube, where you can watch this. And to be honest, this is a fun one to watch if you don't get vertigo too easily.
That's my page.
And,
That was good, Jeff.
we do need your calls for Ask the Boys. The March Ask the Boys episode is rapidly approaching, so get those calls in. Area code 863-874-0000.
Is that segment next? We doing that next?
No.
Ask the Boys.
We do that once a month now, and it's worked out really well. I think doing that once.
We're
a month.
coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios.
And today you're going to learn how to use 3 fingers and squeeze.
Son of a bitch. Oh,
If anybody's stuck around this long, they got their money's worth.
Jeff is losing his mind over there.
He's been lighting that cigar for 15 seconds.
I know, right? He's down to the ass end of a fucking cigarello, and he's just like burning it.
Oh, God. Look at him. He's such a mess.
Oh, no.
Giggle fits
Yeah,
number 2.
no, I was say he is.
That one guy that hates me drinking on the show is going to be so triggered.
Well, you're not screaming about a Big Mac just yet, so that's good.
Oh my God, that sounds good.
Well, you can go
Do
get it
you
yourself.
remember that picture I made? That I'm loving it. That just clicked in my head. Oh my God, that was so good.
Oh fuck!
There are so many things that the listeners don't know that I've sent to you guys.
Yep, there's a lot.
Photos.
Oh,
including one from TPE.
There was
the video,
the True Crime podcast that you made the cover art for. I thought that one was really good.
That one should have been.
That one should have
allowed.
been. I know. Jeff restricted that one, and that
was a great podcast cover.
Gervais, did he tell you? Because I do this thing on the S.
What do you say?
Careful, Jeff.
I do this thing on the escalator.
Oh,
I think we talked about it.
You told me about it. Yeah.
Yes, we've talked.
Oh
about
God,
it.
that's the other thing. When we were at dinner, you were telling me all about. You told the story about the elevator race. You were like in heaven about doing that. You were so happy.
Fucking thing. And the fact that there were people I knew at the bottom to tell about it before Nick got there just made it so much better.
You're such an asshole. That was such a dick move.
I just don't know why Nick said, "Yeah, I'll just stay here." I don't know why he didn't walk out.
Like as soon as the doors started closing, I was like, I should have gotten out.
I heard him say it.
Yeah, and it didn't even click. So
he threw me out of the elevator when he realized what I was doing, and I almost flew into a guy getting off of the one I jumped in.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
Well, Nick, this has been fun.
Squeeze. Yeah, it ended great. I'm never gonna get that squeeze image out of my mind. It's amazing.
Hey, just you gotta lube up and go in.
Oh dear God!
No, let him keep going. This is good.
No,
this is good. This is great.
Because here's the problem. This is what he does with his ex-wife, and I don't want to think about it.
Hey, that's not nice.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it, Jeff. This is disturbing.
Hey, what?
Anyway, all right. On that note,
is the juice worth the squeeze?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, the lean in and everything. Oh fuck. All right, you know what?
That's a great place.
Have we done the cut yet?
I'm calling. Guys, this has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm Nick.
I'm Gator.
And I'm squeezing. No, I'm not. I don't do that move.
Stay safe.
My move.
Stay safe and stay smoky.
You're stealing my move.
My move. That's Jeff.
Stop.
Jeff goes, that's my move. Squeeze.
The
Squeeze.
Gators, bitches.
You better be wearing jimmies.
Hey, by the way, where can everyone follow you, Nick?
Oh, God. You had to squeeze that one in.
I remembered it as the music was going. I just wanted to get out of this shit
What'd I
show.
tell you? This show, highly unprofessional.
Oh, man. There's a lot of people that have sent us checks that are wondering why now.
I know. Sorry, guys. My Monthly Cigars and Fahking Good Coffee. And follow the King on Twitter. He's having fun there.
Okay.
So, a lot of posts. Yeah, and then I started
Are
a new
you talking
thing,
about
too.
the Fahking?
Yeah, he's on Twitter, and he's awesome. And started a new thing, Fahking Monday memes. So I'm going to do that every Monday, throw out a meme.
Okay.
Threw out one this morning, got pretty good.
There we go.
And then, and that's it. That's where you can find me. I don't know what else to say. I keep thinking of the squeeze.
Fucking staring out drunk at the screen.
Oh, yeah. You should, after he does that, I know you're not going to edit it, but you should put in the, oh, yeah. Somebody should clip that.
No, you know what? Somebody needs to take the image of Jeff leaning in and like Photoshop it over like a broken wall and just like, oh yeah.
Maybe I'll do something.
There you go.
Well, that's when he uses one.
I would say
I'm number one.
Yeah, what do you do with that, Jeff? How's that work?
So
Yep.
you start with the three fingers.
Dying.
I'm going to regret this tomorrow.
Jeez. What?
Breakfast?
I'm going to regret this tomorrow, I think.
Oh, I thought you said you're going to have breakfast tomorrow.
What the fuck do you have to do tomorrow? I have an entire newspaper to lay. I have to edit this tonight, and then I have a whole newspaper to fucking do tomorrow.
I gotta edit and send my pictures from soccer and baseball I shot today.
Yeah.
And then I gotta write a city council story.
All right. I'm gone.
Okay.
See you later,
leaving?
everybody.
Wait.
Go.
We haven't even, did we
Do the cut? I got it.
We did the cut.
Yeah.
Later, guys.
Hey,
what?